The following is a presentation of the St. Louis Chess Club. 9 rounds were not enough at the U.S. Juniors and Senior Championships in St. Louis. Top seed Zoey Tang came through when it counted, winning her final game to secure the U.S. Junior Girls Trophy. The juniors were also conclusive, with Andy Woodward clinching the crown with a draw against his closest rival. None of the 3 co-leaders in the senior section could pull out a win, allowing challengers to jump back into the fray, creating a dramatic 3-way battle royale for the title. We have 2 new champions who will be joining them in the history books. Day 10 of Epic Chess, coming up next.
Welcome back, chess fans, to the final championship day here in St. Louis. We are ready for a playoffs. We have 3 players in the senior section battling for the national coveted title. Who will it be? Let's go to the studio and start the action.
We have a champion in the junior girls and juniors. Now it's the seniors' turn. There's a 3-way tie, but only one champion will survive. Today, fast chess will determine a winner, and the exciting action from St. Louis starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to our show. I'm your host Nazi Paikidze and I'm here with the one and only Yasser Seirawan.
Nazi, what a great pleasure it is to be with you.
So exciting to watch the playoffs together.
I know, the tie breaks. Hello everyone and welcome to our live coverage of these national champions. Indeed, we have 2 championships, but one to be determined. And we're going to do it through tie breaks, rapid and potentially even blitz as well to decide. But first, let's go through the final standings and tell our viewers of the champions.
Let's take a look, Yasser. We'll start with the junior girls. The winner of this event was Zoey Tang, and she's taking home $15,000 and she gets a spot in the U.S. Women's Championships. Second and third place was won by young players Megan Parago and Rachel Lee. Fantastic result for both.
Our congratulations to Zoey, of course, and in the juniors.
The juniors, very impressive. Andy Woodward dominated this field. He wins the championship, takes home $23,000 and earns his spot in the U.S. Championship. Second was shared by 2 players, Brewington Hardaway and Abhimanyu Mishra.
And again, our congratulations to Andy. Really a fantastic performance.
In the seniors, we don't have a champion yet. There's a 3-way tie at the top. Vladimir Akopian, Alex Fishbein, and Alex Shabalov.
Explain to us the format.
They're going to play playoffs today, and we have a rapid round robin. Time control will be 15 minutes with 10-second increment. If they're still tied, they'll play up to 3 blitz round robins with a time control of 3 + 2. If it's still a tie after that, they'll have to talk to the arbiters and figure it out.
Indeed. And Cristian, good to have you in
Good to see you guys.
as well.
Good to see you.
I don't know if this is the first tie breaks we call, but this is going to be a lot of fun.
It's definitely not the first and definitely not the last as well, but let's break it down and see who the players are and how the rounds are going to progress as well. These 3 are our players going into the playoffs. In the senior section, we have Vladimir Akopian, Alex Shabalov, who barely made it, but he won back-to-back games in the final 2 to make it into the playoffs, and of course, Alex Fishbein. Let's take a look at round number 1 and who will be playing and who will be resting. Well, we have Shabalov playing Vladimir Akopian with the white pieces, 1 win, 2 losses, and 4 draws. These 2 players know each other quite well, I have to say. Alex Fishbein is taking a rest in round 1. Round 2, after that, we're going to have Alex Fishbein jumping in, facing Alex Shabalov. So this one is going to be quite intriguing to follow. 0 wins for Fishbein, 4 losses, and 1 draw. So definitely a difficult matchup for Fishbein in this one. So far, so good for Shabalov, it seems like. And in the final round of the rapid portion, we have Vladimir Akopian, the defending champion, against Fishbein. 1 win, 0 losses, 0 draws. These 2 players don't know each other that well. They haven't faced each other that many times. We know that Fishbein has said it when he came to the studio, look, I've been preparing for this. You know, I've been playing a lot of internet chess, internet rapid chess. So maybe that's going to play a big part into the outcome of this one. Chris Bird right there. Leonard with us as well for the past few days. So definitely a lot of tension as well in the playing hall.
I don't know. I feel
What
good.
do we expect, guys? What do we
I don't
expect?
feel the tension. I feel happiness. Prize fund. What are the players fighting for, Nazi?
Let's have a look. So because there's a three-way tie, they're going to split the money. So each player has already won over $18,000, but whoever wins the playoffs today will earn additional $5,000 winners bonus.
Ah, that's always very nice. Thank you to the St. Louis Chess Club for all your generosity. In the tournament hall that you just saw, that their spectators aren't allowed. It's a security measure. I'm hoping when the club is all renovated, they'll bring back and allow a big spectator presence.
Yeah, I played once or twice in the US Championships when we did have spectators. It was fun.
Yeah, I know. It's nice to have a packed house. Makes you feel good, as we see Alex Fishbein.
Fishbein looks ready, but he's actually resting in round one.
That isn't the tournament table.
But let's listen to Chris Bird.
Whoever's involved in that tie will play blitz 3+2.
That's a very interesting
The regulations for these games are pretty much the same as what you had in the classic. So there's no draw offers.
Looks like I'm in
still
his
for
pocket
any
somehow.
game. If you need to make a draw claim, we know you don't have a score sheet. So you'll just pause the clock and you'll inform the arbiter of which move you're about to make if you're making a claim based on a move you want to make, and we'll make that move on the board and we'll check it just the same way we've been doing for the rest of the tournament. Okay? You're all guaranteed $18,167, rounded up, I think. And this is just for the $5,000 winners bonus and also the title of 2025 US Senior Champion. Okay? During play, you can go to the restroom just as normal. The arbiters will just follow out. The person who is not playing, you're welcome to be in here to watch the games. Also, just across the corridor, they will have the live commentary wherever you can sit and watch the game. And then we know where you are if you need to be here for the next game. Okay? Does anyone have any questions about how this works? We're just playing one single round robin, and the calls are already predetermined based off the email I sent you last time.
So whoever scores more points.
Whoever scores the most points in the rapid is the winner. If we have a two-player tie at the end of that, those two players will be involved in blitz, and the third player will be eliminated at that point.
If we have a winner after 2 games, we play the third game.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, if in the event
Yeah,
that
if the first player
Yeah.
wins the first 2 games.
oh, I promise not to do it.
Right.
In the
If
event
Alex wins the first 2 games, the other 2 players should still play it
Still
because
play.
the second, third trophy's on the line.
there's
So,
trophies,
yes,
all 3 trophies.
there are 3 trophies.
Oh, wow.
First, second, and third.
Amazing.
If we're still tied, however, if you're still tied at the end of that, we won't go to blitz with you guys. We will just default back to the tiebreak order from the Swiss standings,
Oh, which means I get that.
which means you have an advantage.
I mean, if it's 3 draws, then it's blitz the rest of the day.
Yes. Yeah, we only play 1 rapid playoff, and then we go straight to 3+2 blitz. It used to be 2 rapids and 2 blitz, but now it's just 1 rapid and 3 blitz. And then we figure it out from that point. All right, we're just a couple of minutes away from start, and you guys know where you need to be. Now it's sitting out front.
I wonder what was meant by like the prize that can't
Everyone's
be
got to figure
divided.
it out. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do.
Absolutely. And,
Alex promised not to win the first
No, they've been given a trophy.
Ironing out the final details, answering the final questions as well. This is the first matchup of the day. Alex Shabalov with the white pieces against Vladimir Akopian under the watchful eye of Alex Fishbein and Chris Bird.
exactly.
And actually, in round 2, when we saw Fishbein Shabalov, there's one correction. Fishbein did defeat Shabalov. He has 1 win.
Yeah.
And
What do we expect in this one? Do we expect Shabalov to continue with his usual style of play, very aggressive, very straightforward against Vladimir Akopian, who has proven to be quite difficult not to crack, especially when you try to come at him? If you leave too many squares behind, if you leave too many weaknesses behind, he usually punishes you. So This one is also a clash of styles, it feels like.
Alex has, Shabalov has one mode, and that's forwards. Forwards. I don't think he's going to...
Is a very good choice against Shabalov to avoid
Exactly.
positions.
But definitely something that he would have expected in his preparation.
Yes.
For sure.
He played it before in this tournament.
Exactly.
He played against Joel Benjamin.
Bishop
in
to
fact,
d3. Yes,
Got
it was
slightly worse in that one.
Joel had something.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see what Shabalov.
And by the way, today, very surprising that in my time, Bishop e7, Knight c6 were automatic. Bishop f5 was maybe a third move. Bishop d6 also very, very popular. But today, Bishop f5 has become very popular.
We sort of
C6?
expected this style of play, and
You're right.
maybe knight to c3.
Oh,
Rook to e1.
Rook e1.
Immediately targeting that knight.
Bishop
in the
f5
center.
probably, right?
Bishop f5 is one of them. I think rook e8 is also playable, but bishop f5 is the main line.
I think White's idea by not developing knight c3 early is he can go queen b3 here.
I know, but I have to tell you that
And he's
if you
going
play
for it?
queen b3, you better know these lines with knight a6, and I mean inside out, because you're not going to take that pawn and allow these knight b4. There's some really, really sharp lines. Queen c7, on the other hand, kind of makes the move a
Queen
little...
d7 is the most
Queen
common
d7?
move. But you can see, like, it takes away the knight square from d7, so you're still planning to go knight a6,
Right.
which was played right away. Do you think?
Well, one of the trickies is that you don't want to play c5.
Right.
Oops, c5 gets hit by the unexpected. Knight takes c5, d takes c5. Probably you're going to have to sacrifice your queen for 3 pieces, and you lose a number of pawns as well.
And just to display why b7 pawn isn't hanging, black is preparing to meet it with queen knight b4.
Correct, and then your queen is
is
a
kind
little
of
bit
Your bishop,
on d3.
knight c2 is coming.
Exactly.
Fork.
There are pawns that are taboo, and that is definitely one of them.
Knight c3, and I see there are 46 games in the database in this position. Do you think this was all Alex's prep up
It
until
has
here?
to be. It has to be. I mean, they haven't spent a single second so far.
Exactly. And in fact, I believe both players have gained time. They are getting a 10-second bonus. They started with 15 minutes each. And yeah, both
Yeah, I
players.
think the hardest part of playing in the tie breaks is the change in time control.
Exactly.
To adjust to
Yeah.
faster pace. And then you think, even in time trouble, you know, you have 30 seconds. No,
Yeah.
you only have 10.
Exactly. I think rapid chess is actually the hardest time control of them all. If you and I are playing 1 minute, you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're just playing it super fast. If we're playing 3 minutes, you know exactly what you're doing. You're playing pretty fast. You're keeping a high tempo. When you play rapids, you're in that zone of where you can use a few minutes and then play really
Right.
rapid. And it's very hard to adjust.
It's hard to know how much time you're supposed to spend in the opening.
Or on any one particular position. Like, you know it's a critical position, but can you use 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Can you use 4? You know, it's tough. And rapid is the hardest one.
Obviously, a big question right now is whether you can pick up that pawn on b7. And the answer is you can, but it's not the best, because after taking on b7, I can just simply go knight to b4, and that's the key idea behind it. Hitting that bishop, but also, do I have just simply rook to b8 after this one?
Yes,
I
in
don't-
between move is important. Rook b8.
Rook b8, queen a7, rook a8, and then we're just simply going to make a draw.
Exactly. By the way,
We have a move.
saw knight c7.
a3 first, taking away
pardon me.
that
Excuse
b4
me.
square.
Yeah, I
From
have
the knight.
missed. I have missed the inclusion of a3 here.
So if you're not taking on b7, should we keep the queen on b3 or just drop it back to c2 now? Looks like a better square for the queen, right?
It does, especially if I'm not biting on this one. And
Yeah,
I
queen
don't think
c2
I
looks
am.
good.
I think it's just a...
Well, again, you can take on b7, but it's just going to lead to that repetition.
but is
Oh,
it...
quick draw.
Yeah, why is it a... because if I try to, oh, excuse me, I wanted to go queen b6, pardon me. I'm trying to get out.
I can still go rook to b8.
And you got this
Bishop
one.
d7. And the knight on e4 actually protects the bishop on d6.
Very nice.
This is something that I missed from
Afar,
afar, but
yeah.
the knight on e4 can move back and your queen is trapped at this point.
Exactly. So that's why we're not. And you were mentioning queen to c2.
Queen c2 simply, yes.
Makes
What do you
a
do
lot
with
of
the knight
sense.
on e4? Do you trade? Well, you can't really. h7 is hanging with the tempo. f5.
I remember way back in the day, I was playing the American chess service, and I had an opponent, Walter Gentala, and he played the Petrov against me, and he put his knight on e4, like a good Petrov player does, and he played f5, and I couldn't get rid of this knight. And I had a bad game, and I lost with the white pieces. It really sent me up through a wall. I was really upset. But then I realized that strategically, that's a real problem for white players. If you don't evict the knight forcibly, you can get a bad game.
So another thing besides, we do have an f3 option after queen c2 f5,
Yeah.
but can we also take
Oops,
advantage
excuse
of the e5 square? And he's
Yes.
played queen c2. Maybe go knight e5 after f5.
Okay, f5, knight e5, yeah?
We can get our own knight on a good square.
Right. Now, I don't know,
And I'm threatening f3.
yeah, I don't know if this is one of those really weird looking open defenses. So in these,
They followed our analysis. f5's on the board.
f5 is on the board, knight e5.
Also, one thing to notice,
You're
Vladimir
taking
is playing
twice.
much faster. He already has a 3-minute advantage.
Okay, this is a little weird. Do I play queen h4?
Stopping me from going f3.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. I mean, how could we lose the game in 2 moves, right?
We found a way. g3.
Okay.
You're provoking me to play g3.
Well, I was trying to prevent you playing f3. I wasn't trying to necessarily provoke you to
You
play
slowed me
f3.
down for a move, but now queen
Okay.
h5, I think I can still play f3.
Okay, so we pause. I'm losing a piece, but I have to ask myself a question. How much play can I get if I go... You know, the problem is my knight on c7 is wrongly placed.
It is defending the bishop on e6 in some lines. That's helpful, but
Okay, so munch,
start with a
munch.
take. Okay.
And now, where am I going with this guy? g5? Oh, wait a minute, is f3 hanging? No, bishop e2.
Bishop e2. I did blunder it, but it worked out. Wait, bishop e2, queen f2. There's no bishop e2.
But no,
There should be
because
something
I
else.
take, and now I have queen f2. No, wait a minute. You blundered something.
He played knight e2. So let's go back to the game position.
He did not play knight e5. That
He
makes
just
a
played
lot
the move knight e2, and this is something that we should keep a close eye on, the time situation, because Shabalov is falling behind.
Okay, so
11
that
minutes
was
against
the
15
first serious thing of the game. then.
Yes.
Huge.
Shabalov,
Yes.
4 minutes, and we were just talking about what is your tempo. Knight e2.
Needs to
Okay.
go
F7.
bishop f4 and take advantage on the dark squares.
Yeah, two
Preparing
things.
knight e6.
Yeah, prepping knight e6, prepping maybe bishop h5.
Also good. But if I start with bishop f4 now,
Good
Knight
choice.
e6.
knight e6,
Now we're happy
maybe take on d6.
Take.
that we've actually won the
I'm
square.
going to start with knight g3.
Knight g3.
I really want to get rid of that knight on e4.
It's
Bishop f4 is on the board, so we
also
might be
provoke.
going into that direction.
g6 maybe.
I don't
One
really
day-
want to play g6, just it feels like I'm weakening my
Yeah, I
position
won my
there.
queen on h6 one day, hoping for the best. He played immediately bishop h5.
that is a much more, we would say, ornery kind of move.
We still take on d6, and well, we have to move the knight from f3, so I guess we'll go knight e5 after taking.
So let's include
Right.
bishop takes d6, queen takes d6. Let's jump with the knight so that we can maybe jump with this knight.
Right
and
now,
play f3.
Akopian is doing a tremendous thing. He's thinking a lot on his opponent's clock and making his moves immediately, because bishop f4 was a very natural move, right?
And
you
he
want
expected
to
it,
change
yes.
square. Bishops. He seems to know the position. He seems to understand the position and perhaps has spent more time in his preparation on this particular type of structure. Right now, he has the upper hand.
Cristian, if you don't mind, could you tell me what the theory is on this position, or if indeed it's novelty?
We've exited after bishop h5. So
Bishop
actually, no,
h5
bishop
is the
h5
new
has been
move?
played once.
Okay.
Bishop takes d6, queen takes d6, knight e5.
Has been played.
Bishop takes e2 was the game.
That you're
So,
citing.
a
yes.
bunch of exchanges, knight to e5, and bishop takes e2, eliminating that knight on e2. And
Before he could get to f4, right?
I guess that's the plan, and you're also softening up that d4 square. So knight e6 comes with a tempo right now. It's all about undermining, in time, that knight on e5.
And I don't like how Alexander's thinking so much. He's not doing good time management.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But if he gets an advantage, well, let's assume queen takes e2,
knight
Knight
e6.
knight e6. Now you've got a very nice tempo. So I
Do I
have to
have
defend.
f4?
Do you lose
Yes.
a pawn?
Then I'm going to h3. You can take.
Sure.
I'll take threatening mate or whatever,
I'll take back.
and I'll munch this one. Now you
Not
could play
afraid of
rook
being
e8.
pinned. Yeah, rook e8.
I'll pin you down.
Yeah, this
Pin
is-
you down.
I'll pin me down. Oh, don't pin me down, Bruce.
I have to.
you can play rook e1 because
Queen b3 check doesn't
knight
work.
is there. Yeah, if you play rook e1, I have knight c2.
No, you don't. I have queen b3 check.
You do. Nice.
In that case. So I don't have queen b3 immediately. I was thinking about you pin me down, I pin you down kind of deal-y, Bob.
But there's no way you're better as white in this position.
Well, I would,
Zero chance.
I would
Queen e6? No.
kind of beg.
If anybody has to
Well,
be, it
wait
has
a
to be
minute.
black, right?
Why? Because
Queen
I would
e6.
think your king is ever so much.
F3.
But f3,
I
and
mean, I
whose
think
king is weaker?
I have an attack in this one. I'm the one with an attack. Yeah.
Not sure.
Okay, bishop takes d6. We might be going for
We're
that
a
one.
little bit far afield, but we are
Can easily
expecting
get that
knight
position.
e5. It feels like a
Isolated.
flow, right?
Yes, moves are coming easy now, which is good for Shabalov. He needs to play a little bit faster.
Now, we jump with the move bishop e2 like we wanted to get rid of that guy because I think the problem is the desirable knight e6, f3, knight takes. Tell me what's happening here. At the end of the day, aren't we just pinning ourselves?
Yeah, knight
so
b3, and
we can just go step away.
that should work.
Yeah, that should work. And although I'm still
rook
I'm
not,
still
c8.
not convinced.
I'm still not convinced either.
Same, yeah, rook
I have a
c8.
feeling there's some,
Problem
some,
is if
some
you go
stuff here.
rook
We're-
c8,
oh, sorry, I
and if you
meant
go
rook
queen
c8.
d1, our pawn is pinned.
Exactly.
Problem.
No,
That's
queen b1. Queen d1, I think I can just take on b2. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, rook. Sorry, say that again.
Rook c8.
Actually, where do you put your queen?
That was our question. If you go to b1, then we get out of the pin, and we're
Queen
threatening
b6.
check.
Yeah. No, I think I'm fine with black.
Yeah,
So
more than fine.
so maybe knight e6 is actually a playable. I mean, I played bishop e2 to get rid of that bad bishop before it became really bad.
No, immediately knight e6 needs to be calculated, and now is when Akopian's thinking. He's probably looking at exactly that line.
And again, it all has a flow to it, right? Knight takes d4. No.
It's all forcing. I have
no,
to take.
no in between.
Queen e5.
How about queen a4?
What if, yes, I was going to say, what if I go queen a4? There is knight
Knight
c5. It keeps going.
I mean, it is a crazy.
But then is,
No, this is hanging.
well, you can take on e5 and then d5, f5 pawns are hanging.
And
But it
win
should
our
be close to equal.
I like white because I must say at the end of this line, if you just look visually at whose pieces are controlling the center, rook e5, knight d4, and where this looks a little bit
Disconnected for now, yes.
Yeah,
And knight on d4 is fantastic.
agreed. So I think at the end of that long-winded variation, white has a positional advantage.
Yeah. So maybe bishop e2 is simpler to play with black. Yeah, critical decision to make here for Vladimir. Take on e2 first or knight e6?
By the way, tell me again about the
He has
times.
a 5-minute advantage now over.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
significant.
significant. Because those minutes become so crucial when you get to those positions where you have to calculate a king opponent game.
Oh, yeah.
A queen opponent game that we suffered our way through yesterday. And actually, that time advantage that Max had, he leveraged that. I mean, and he did win that game after a long.
Yeah, eventually playing with a minute and a half for that long.
It's exhausting.
It is.
Truly.
You're constantly under pressure.
Okay. Again, very critical decision here for Vladimir. Knight e6. That's got my vote. Bishop e2 has my vote.
Both of them seem good, just lead to a different type of middle games, and depending on what Vladimir wants, if he wants to complicate things, he can go knight e6.
Right.
If he wants to simplify and take no risks at the moment, bishop e2 is the way to go. And he's going knight e6.
Okay. Complications it is. And trust me when I say this is something that Shabalov embraces. He's really one of those players that really revels in tactics. And one of the things, whenever I was playing Alexander Shabalov, was to bore him to death. I wanted to get him into endgames where, and this is the best we've come up with so far, is queen a4.
d4.
Yeah, they're following our line.
They're following our analysis.
Let's go with the game position. Let's see the game position right now, Yasser.
This is it.
Don't mind.
Knight takes d4. We have no choices, White, Shabalov.
Next couple of moves are forced, but I'm realizing that in our line, after queen a4, knight c5 is not a good move.
No.
No.
Maybe you have to play something like rook
e8 or something, and
rook e8.
Sacrifice a piece for 2 pawns. So it's looking good for Shabalov if he plays queen a4.
Exactly. And again, our main line before we look at rook c8 was knight c5, the trade of queens, and then just again, it's like this judgment call at the end of the line. I like White's centralized pieces, and I felt.
And it's more than that. After b3, the line you showed, we take the f5 pawn, then black bishop, look at the bishop on h5, it's hanging.
Exactly.
And black is losing at least one more pawn. We have great pieces, more material. What more could we ask for?
Well, this exact moment, it's even Steven, but you're absolutely right. The bishop on h5 is a tactical target, the pawn on d5. You're probably going to have to go back.
And rook c1, and look at that, you don't have rook c8.
No. And definitely White for choice. White has, I really love this
very
knight
good
on d4.
opportunity for Shabalov right now if he plays queen a4.
And the funny part is it's so easy to play a move like knight b3 and convince yourself that you're winning a piece. But after rook c8, it's not convincing at all.
See, now he has 6.5 minutes, but it's absolutely critical.
Yeah.
He needs to spend 2 more minutes
and
to figure out
queen a4.
that queen a4 is very good. And after that, in the end game, even with not that much time on the clock, he'll be able to figure it out. Yes.
Yeah.
But if he errs here, then it won't matter on the clock.
Exactly. And just to remind our viewers who might be joining us late, welcome to the senior playoffs. We're in the tie breaks where we're watching the very first of 3 games to take place. That's guaranteed.
3 games guaranteed, even if somebody wins it after the first 2.
Yes.
Because they're still fighting for the trophy for 2nd and 3rd position.
Exactly, as Chris Bird said, yes.
The money will be split. They all start with a purse of 18,100, and they're playing for an additional 5,000. The winner's
And
bonus.
he's found it, queen a4, the best move in the position.
Right.
I just noticed one more move for Akopian.
Bishop e8.
Right, the tempo move.
I had
so
not
many
seen
resources
that.
in this position.
I had not seen that when the players.
But I guess we can go bishop b5.
Yeah.
Our goal is to just maintain the pin on e4.
Right.
And eventually take that knight.
That is hilarious because you were giving me a variation with rook e8, and you might end up forcing me to play rook to e8. This is weird. Okay, but
Maybe
what
this
can
is a
I do?
better version. Let's trade the bishops and
Just
then go
pawn-
knight c5.
Okay, so I'm a pawn grubber. So one of the things that I would look at instantly is I'm losing a piece. Let me grab as many pawns as I can. I'm threatening queen f2 check. So you're going to take my knight. I'm threatening queen f2 check, and I've got 1, 2, 3 pawns.
But I don't think you're threatening that. Like, what does that do?
I don't know. It's just annoying.
Let's take your
It
pawns.
looks scary.
Let's take your pawns. Knight c7. Actually, no. I don't
Knight
want to take your pawns.
c7?
No,
Yeah,
I
queen
don't wanna take
b6
your
wins the piece.
pawns. I don't want to take your
Let
pawns.
me show Cristian what he
But
might.
let's play simple rook b1 just to demonstrate that after queen f2, I'll just
You're
move
not
my king.
afraid?
No. There's nothing to be afraid of.
And I should be able to win some of your pawns
The
very
only
soon.
thing to fear is fear itself.
Queen
Queen
d4?
d4, yeah.
No,
Queen d4.
I don't think this is enough, Yasser.
Okay, so again,
Take with the check.
yeah, Jake with check. I'm desperately hoping to play.
Maybe I can come back knight d4, knight f3 and shut down that idea.
Nice. Knight d4, knight f3, shut down my play on queen f1, and desirable rook takes f3.
My queen is very well placed, yes.
Well done. Okay.
And Akopian has been thinking now for a couple of minutes.
Oh, well, I'm refreshing my board, but there it is. Didn't want to refresh. So this is all based on the move bishop e8. You were about to tell me we should be investigating rook e8, but
No, I don't think so. I think I'm changing my mind. I think bishop e8 is the only way to go,
it's the only way to go. Okay.
to not end up in a much worse position. Now there's a 4-minute difference on the clock. And of course, Alex is thinking during Akopian's time.
Absolutely.
That's very important. And a couple of his next moves will be kind of automatic because he's responding to threats.
Again, I'm probably seeing a complete ghost in the position. Queen f4. Pawn takes. Pawn takes.
Bishop e2,
Bishop e2. Check.
king moves.
Bishop. Now you have queen d1.
Or queen b4.
Or queen b4. Okay. That's.
But yeah, there's so much to calculate. So many options and
Now you're begging for a draw. If I take on f3 twice.
And I don't have
still
a
the
perpetual.
queen will
No
be covering
perpetual.
the
The queen is
yeah.
covering
No
the fourth
perpetual.
rank. That is a funny variation as well.
No, he's in trouble right now, at least from a practical perspective, objectively as well. The only good news about Vladimir's position is his time. It's not the position, it's the time.
So we have been looking at bishop e8 as our primary move and trying to make it work for Vladimir. It's not been easy for us doing that. At the knight c5, trying to maintain the material balance hasn't worked very well for us either. So, and in fact, I think that ending is actually so good for white, it should be avoided altogether. So that now I'm thinking bishop e8.
Let's take a look after bishop e8.
Sorry, just one other quick question for you. Rook d8?
See, I don't have to rush, right? I can go rook c1 even. I can make so many prophylaxis moves. Until you move your queen, I don't have to take on e4.
Really? A rook? Oh my gosh.
I'm just up in knight c5. That's why I played rook c1.
So the idea from my perspective was I
And
thought,
he's played bishop e8, the best
Yes.
move in the position.
okay, bishop e8.
Now I think he has to play bishop b5, right?
Right. In fact, anything else, and I don't think I win any material at all whatsoever.
So let's try bishop b5.
Right.
Then we trade bishops.
Yeah, and here's, again, one of those crazy moments. Do I have any trickies here? Hard to imagine, right? Rook d8. No reason to
That would
think.
be such a gamble, right?
Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, so what was our primary
Take?
variation?
And maybe include a6 before we play knight c5. Yeah, we looked at only queen b2.
He's about to play it, bishop b5.
It's on the board. So let's try a6 here.
Knight takes b5 has to be played. You cannot take with the queen because of queen takes d4.
Yeah, we have this exact position.
And he just played it.
We're waiting for a6.
So then the knight has to come back to d4?
Then maybe now knight c5 in the endgame is not as bad as it was with the bishops on the board.
That's a fine point, a great inclusion. Knight c3, well, that's very helpful. Knight takes c3, and I attack your queen. So we have to play knight to d4, right?
Only move.
We do.
Yes.
And knight c5 also seems like the only move.
Pause, because it's crazy. How long has this knight been hanging?
A while.
You know, I do have...
You're finding more ideas?
I know, it's like so bizarre,
Queen
right?
d1, okay. I'm getting out of it.
Queen d1.
And stopping you from moving your knight.
Okay, so we're looking at a6, knight d4, rook c8, queen d1,
yes.
rook c4. Give me
Let's
your
move
knight.
the knight somewhere safe.
Not to e2.
b3.
Somewhere safe, you said.
Okay,
B3.
you can get 3 pawns. Now you will take on b2, right? And a6 played, best move in the position.
And d5 is hanging. I can't take that guy. Again, at this moment, black is a pawn up. He's going to get a second pawn, right? The knight on okay, I play stupid.
I will take it, yes.
Yeah.
It's not easy to play this, but it should be winning for white.
Winning is strong. It should be better. It should be better.
You only have 2 pawns.
But they're good.
They look good.
And the rook on a1, you're still not playing with all your pieces, right? And
Yeah, I can quickly give you a check and play rook d1 maybe.
okay.
We do have this position after f3. We're waiting
Knight
to see.
c4.
Maybe he'll play knight c5.
Knight c5. He's going to
Okay.
play knight c5. He's not going to sacrifice the piece. There's no way.
Okay.
He's going to accept
So-
this endgame, accept the fact that he's slightly worse, but still there's a lot to prove in this endgame.
By the way, they're catching up on the clock. There's only 1 minute difference now. 5 minutes
That's very good
against
news
6.
for Shabalov, who at
That's
some
a
point
super-
was very close to 10 minutes deficiency on the clock.
Seriously,
Yes,
that's
yes.
big. That's big. How are you capturing on f5, by the way, Nasi? Are you taking with the knight or the rook?
Well, I'll
With
knight
the
f5, knight f5, because I don't
the
want you to
rook
be able to play.
is knight
Yeah.
e2 check, right?
Yes, I noticed that.
So, knight f5. Give me the e file, if you'd be so kind. You're
Because
not
rook
gonna be
e1.
kind. You're not that kind of person.
Not when I play chess.
No, you're mean.
Takes back. So am I winning d5 pawn or not?
Well,
Unlikely, right?
I was hoping I would be able to
I guess I'll come back knight d4
escort it.
and may have the tiniest advantage, but nothing serious. And yeah, he's going to
Yes.
immediately knight c5.
I must say, for a rapid game, by the way, it just feels like a very well played game. I mean, it's like the players, they played their opening very well, and then they got to a middle game where everything had a flow. Everything was logical.
Yeah, I see the accuracy on Cristian's board, and it's over 99% for both of them.
I had
No
a feeling
mistakes.
that something was, for a rapid game, salute, gentlemen.
Is there anything to be said for queen b4 at this point?
Yeah, or even queen d1. I was thinking if, and we know Shabalov likes to keep the queens on the board.
Queen d1? It's
B-
Or
legal.
queen b4, yeah.
No, queen b4.
The queen d1, what's the attraction?
No, queen
about
d1
this?
doesn't make any sense because
We're
you're
upon-
not taking the pawns, right?
Yeah.
You're a pawn down. Maybe
still-
rook e6 now.
A pawn down. Rook e6 now. Okay, that's a tempo.
And now I have rook c1, so let's see.
Okay, 2 rooks.
You can take them if you want. My queen is very active.
True, but my king will be safe. Ah.
I'm okay with that. I would go rook c1.
I like safe kings. When I'm playing against the queen, I mean.
But your pawns, I have a lot of targets in the position. The pawns are just simply too weak, I feel.
Shabalov going down to his 3.5 minutes. I think soon he's going to feel the time pressure.
Yes. Easy. Easily, yeah.
Knight e6 right now.
Yeah. Easily, sorry. time trouble is becoming a factor, you say?
3 minutes against 5, yes.
So the question is, should we take on e5 and take on
I actually
f5?
really like queen d1, and then I played b4, and then I put my rook on e6.
You really like being a pawn down.
Well, for the initiative, yes.
Okay.
Big moment
How
right now.
severe is your initiative? Queen d6,
B4.
knight d7.
Which
Rook
piece do I
e6.
put on e6?
Oh, sorry, you have a choice. You do have a choice.
I guess rook e6 makes more sense.
And then you're kind of kicking me around. I'll give you credit for the good kicking. I mean, that is good kicking.
But on rook e7, you've got rook f7, right? He is trading the queens. I
Good
think
decision.
because of
Good decision
the
with 2
time
minutes
situation,
and 40
it's
seconds.
easier, yeah.
What is the time situation? I'm sorry.
2.5 minutes against 5.5.
It's just not practical.
2-to-1 time advantage for Vladimir.
It's not practical to keep the queens on the board.
Knight
Keep the
take-
position complicated. No reason to do that with 2 minutes.
I would consider knight takes b2 a threat. Even though there is rook b1, the knight will, and you'll get to take on b7, which is mighty fine. The knight will jump back to c4, where it will hit e3. So I have been including, in our calculations at least, the move b3. I did not put the knight back on c5. I put it on c3. And we were looking
Knight
at
f5
knight
and rook
f5.
e8,
And this
yeah.
was this is where we kind of come to a stop, but not a conclusion.
Yeah, I think Akopian has almost completely equalized.
I feel the same.
That was very impressive, the way he found bishop e8 and all the only moves.
Right? But again, what I really found impressive is if you had told me that this game was played in a U.S. championship, I mean, it
Classical,
feels
right?
like they played a really good game to
Absolutely.
get to this point. And we do have knight c3 on the board. And quickly, oh no, he hasn't taken yet.
Knight
takes
f5.
f5. Yeah, he did. He just, I was about to say, quickly, quickly,
He does need to
Shabalov.
start Russian.
Okay, now a big moment. Should I include one trade of rooks,
Or play rook d8, right?
or play rook d8 and play with all the rooks on the board?
It's actually a tough decision, but you have to do it intuitively. You don't have time to figure it out.
Exactly.
What would you do?
My intuition would be trade a pair of rooks, play rook d8 and king f7. So sorry, let me show you. I kind of think this is more or less a very forcing sequence. Another reason why I would like, as black, to trade, imagine it was a knight ending only, I would play knight b1, knight b3. So by getting the rooks off the board, it gives this knight
Have
a
more
little bit
ideas.
more jumping. With 4 rooks on the board, I don't think the knight,
Right.
I-
And Akopian agrees with the Yasser. He played rook e8, but with the f rook. I don't think that makes a big difference if next couple of moves are the same, right?
wrong rook. I just, okay, actually the right rook, because he is, one of the things that you have to do in chess is you have to give yourself options. I'm not saying that the move king f8 is a good move. Maybe it gets you into trouble after a move like knight e7. Oops, that could be funny. But it's very important that you give yourself options nonetheless.
Yes.
And if he had used the other rook, he wouldn't have had the option of king f8. Just something.
They've traded pair of rooks, and he has another option. He can play immediately king f7, as he has just done.
Yeah. By the way, quick question for you. We know that Shabalov is playing 2 games in a row, and then he has to sit and watch the 3rd game. Would you like to be the player?
There's definitely an advantage to be the one who sits out the first or the second,
Right.
and be the last one to play, because you know exactly what score you need.
Exactly. You just feel like, okay, so if I'm in Akopian shoes, I would like to play the last round game, everyone playing in this triangular playoff. King f7, good move. By the way, it's a little bit, these pieces are...
White king needs to be on d3.
Yes.
It's a bit far away.
Yes.
So he played rook e3.
Rook e3. Okay.
We expect king f6 or knight b5. Well, knight b5 has an issue, a4, right? I would be worried playing knight b1. What if your knight gets stuck there?
Agreed. but with just a single rook on the board, and I have another rook to come into
There's
play.
always 96. Thing is, in time trouble, I would be very worried about
You'd
that.
be worried.
Yes.
And you suspected king f6, yeah?
I think that's a good intermezzo.
I like that. Intermezzo. And would you include knight? Well, if you like it as an intermezzo, would you include these moves?
So I don't even have knight d4, right?
Yeah, because then I take away your jumping options.
That's
Oh,
also possible.
I mean, you could
but
take on g7.
Yeah,
I
but
don't like this too much. Knight
Four?
c7.
knight
Or
e7,
black,
knight
of course.
c7,
Rook c3.
Sorry, what?
Knight
Knight
e7.
e7.
Knight e7. I didn't.
Maybe d4?
Check.
It almost
Knight
feels
b5.
like from the very get-go, Black
G4.
was playing on some kind
Ooh,
of.
knight b5 played, and after a4 engine, I saw it. The Valbar jumped a little bit. It likes white now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think knight e7 is just, I don't want to say winning, but it's going to be extremely difficult for black to play.
Okay. Reasons for playing g6 here?
Actually, after knight e7, knight c7, rook
Rook
c3,
c3.
rook e8 seems to be equal.
Okay, so king f6 is still decent.
But knight g7, as you said, that looks good.
Well, I'm not so sure.
That's a pawn.
Is it?
Why not?
Um,
Well, what else? What could you do right now?
d
No, but now rook e6.
rook e6.
Yeah, this should be more than enough. Take on b5. I might even have knight h5, by the way, in that position. But I think rook e6 should be enough. Rook d6?
I just don't
Rook
know.
d6.
Yeah, much
you take
better.
my b3 pawn, but I take
No,
your
that
b7
would be
as well.
that would be a yeah. This
All
is
right,
not
and
what.
time trouble is
And
here.
now it starts to get interesting.
I think
dicey.
Shabalov has great chances right now. Again, knight e7, first of all, that's something that you need to calculate as well. And then you realize that knight takes g7 works also. You have a lot of worries in this position, and it's very difficult to solve them with only 2 minutes on the clock.
Let's try it. Knight c7.
No, but now I take all
Rook
your
e7,
pawns.
right?
Rook e7.
Rook e7, of
I'm
course.
picking
Sorry,
up all
sorry,
the
sorry.
pawns.
You know, in my mind, I tuned out the move rook e7 because
Oh, he played it. Knight
Oh,
c7
no,
is on the
that's-
board.
that
Oh
is a
my
terrible move.
gosh!
Rook e7,
I think he had the same brain
rook
infarction
c7, rook
I
takes
just had.
g7. I don't know. You choose which one you want me to take.
Yeah, well,
Probably
that's
g7, yeah.
that's a 2-pawn sacrifice.
And if you try to go something like rook d8, that's fine. I just simply go king f2, and that pawn is not going anywhere.
This should be very easy to play for white.
I
Shabalov's
think-
thinking he's going down to 1 minute.
Well, he has an opportunity. Keep in mind, he pulled off back-to-back wins in the championship rounds, and he suddenly,
He didn't expect to be in the playoffs.
to begin with, but now that he's here,
Yes.
you might as well make the most
The
of
thing
it.
is, he's done
Let's take on
exactly the
G7.
same in 2022. Exactly the same. So he has the same experience, the same feelings about this moment right now. He knows that he can do it. And that's quite important. Because when you've done it previously, doing it the second time is much easier than doing it for the first time.
I just saw the well-known shake of the head.
Oh, yeah,
when,
that's a lot of
for,
pawns.
for Vladimir, as he realized his move knight c7 was a blunder, and maybe knight b5 was the start.
Well, the thing is, let's say you try to use your king. So you go king e5 and try to get in front of the pawn, to try to push that pawn. I take on h7, and then I just go rook to d7 back. So I take on h7, you go king d4, rook d7. Your king is not going anywhere. You don't have the e4 nor the c4 square. And in the meantime, I just push my
Reconnected
pawns.
passers.
And the pawn was way too slow on the
I'm
d5.
coming fast in
Yeah.
this position.
So this looks like just a lot. Now he's got to scramble rook c8, d4, and just hope against hope that his only
He's
remaining
gone
trump.
king e5, as Cristian mentioned. Yeah, we can take on h7.
Oh,
We don't
yes.
even need to play king f2.
Oh yes, munch that pawn.
One thing is he needs to keep the clock close to even. There's only 15-second difference now, but if he drops down to 10 seconds, then anything can happen.
Yeah.
He needs to be
You
aware
get-
of that.
See, I get nervous when my clock is down to 5 minutes.
Me
when
too.
the clock is under 1 minute,
King f2, okay, it's still a very good move.
you know, decent.
Let's take on h7.
Well, at this point, because I'm a king c3,
You take
king
on
b3.
b7 too.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe I should start taking both pawns.
Or should we start pushing pawns as soon as possible too?
Rook takes h7. By the way, very good decision. These are the types of decisions also you should make quickly,
Very
because
quickly,
you know
Just rook d7.
that
Well, it's black to move here. He included king f2.
yeah.
So after king c3, do you take on b7?
Oh, with
I would start
play
pushing the
rook-
pawns.
But it almost
I would
doesn't
play
matter,
rook check.
right?
If you go king c3, I would give a rook check.
That's good. Rook
Exactly.
check is good. Very
Wait,
good.
rook e8, rook d7. What is this? Now you cannot even.
Yeah.
You cannot play rook e3 because of
Right.
to d5. This is completely over now.
Yeah.
Rook d7 just ices black's
Mm-hmm.
position. That's it.
So Cristian is saying that if you try to play rook e3 takes b3, not even close. I get to play rook d5.
Next move, I'm just
And
pushing the pawns.
h4 is
Try
definitely
trade and
on the
let's start pushing
agenda.
h4 or g4.
He's going for it. He knows
Wow,
it.
It's over. And
He got this in the
Shabalov
bag.
will draw first blood in this trio of players in
Oh,
the
this
playoff.
is huge.
What a victory.
This is
wow.
huge right now.
And by the way, for Vladimir, he went through the tournament undefeated.
Yes.
This will be his first, and he looked invincible while going
It's
undefeated.
very, very solid, yes.
Wow.
And guess what?
What?
Next round, Shabalov will have the chance to win the tournament.
He
In
could
his hand.
ice it.
He stays in at the board
Yeah,
after this victory. He plays Fishbein
Fishbein. Yeah.
with the black pieces.
And Alex Fishbein hasn't missed a
he is.
move. He
He's there. He's watching.
he has not moved. By the way,
F4, F5. Let's keep going.
Yeah, honestly, at some point you can sacrifice your rook for 2 pawns and
Oh,
your
for
3
sure,
pawns will
yeah.
be far enough. King
100%,
g2 was a little bit strange.
I have
on
no
f4.
criticisms of Shabalov's play. Truly, but maybe h4 wasn't the best move.
G4 was better. Yes. It was an
G4.
easier push, yeah.
Just to give the king
Yeah,
space on g3.
Exactly.
King g3, and it's fine.
It's
king
fine.
h3,
I mean, sure.
g4 is coming no matter what.
Exactly.
The best you will get is force me to give the rook for the couple of pawns,
Right.
but my pawns will be close to promotion at that
Exactly.
And for the first time, it's Vladimir who has less time on the clock as well.
What Cristian is saying is, yeah, great.
King e5.
You will force me to give up my rook for this pawn, but by that time I'll have played king h3, g4, g5, and
Probably even more than that.
and maybe even further.
I will be on the 6th rank with
Yeah,
the
right.
pawn. King h3,
King e6.
king e6, rook b7. Let's pick up another pawn. Why not? Yes.
This seems very easy now. I guess d4, rook b4, king d5, but he can just
Maybe
go back
rook
to b7.
d8.
Rook
Rook
e8, rook
c4.
c4. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll
And
put my
then-
rook on
No
d1.
problem. I have so many extra pawns.
But don't you feel?
Well, then you have to
yourself
bring
in
your king.
Yeah,
onto
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Then you
yeah.
have
Don't
to
you
bring your
feel
king
a
away.
passive king is a moral victory of sorts?
Moral victory. That's the best you can get in this position.
Well, he's hesitating to take on b4.
He will take it.
Because what else can
He's
you
just
do, right?
double checking to make
Yes.
sure that there is no trickies, and we
Right.
do have rook d8. I like your rook c4.
Rook c4. Rook a4 is
Yes.
a move as well.
Yes.
Anything works right now. Just bring the rook in front of the pawn and then wait for black to resign.
By the way, now that I notice it, I can wait for
Right,
rook
you can
e4
push
check.
the pawn.
So
Or the
king
king.
g4, d3.
He's going for it.
Rook check.
He's
and
about to.
Rook e1.
Touch the king, but he's going down to 20 minutes. Okay, he needs
20
to
seconds.
hurry up. 18, 17. Don't panic.
H5.
Okay, h5.
Perfectly
5, good
fine.
move.
h5. So his idea is give me a pathway back to the first rank. Check. And
No,
rook
quick,
e1.
wait.
The thing is, if you go king f5 right now,
Check.
I can even give you another check.
No, that's very important. An extra tempo.
And then if you go to g5, I can give you another check.
check. Yes.
That's
and
why
then-
he
He
went king
goes to
f6.
So d2, rook d1. Okay.
But then you cannot even approach the rook with a king at this
True.
point.
Well, I was kind of
See, I
hoping.
can just go king g2, king e2, and take the d2 pawn now.
I was kind of hoping you would play g4 so that.
I don't want to let you go king f4, yes.
Yes, but I mean, we were here.
Just forget about that pawn. Take d3 and win the game. And I think he's going just for that. It's simpler. You don't have to worry about anything.
And he's using his B pawn
right.
as a decoy, in
But
fact.
king is too far away from d3 pawn.
Yeah.
Are we sure that that's the case?
B6?
b5, king f5, b6, king e5, b7, king d4.
Right, so we gotta go king g2 right now. Put the
King
king, on e3.
G2.
Mm-hmm.
King g2, king f2, king e3. Come on.
Oh, he
No.
went b5. It's still winning, but...
But this is not that easy anymore, is it?
Suddenly, wait a minute.
Okay,
If
he has to play rook e1 now. Rook e1 is important.
Rook
Yes,
E1.
he's played it. That was a crucial move, or he's not even winning anymore without rook e1.
Things are getting suddenly interesting. What's happening after rook b8?
King g2.
He's played rook b8. We're about to find out. The problem from White's point of view, if I play the move king here, I go rook back.
Right, right.
This is not that easy anymore.
Not easy. He needs to play
I
king
think
g2.
king g2 is
think-
like extremely difficult.
He should have played king g2 before.
It's still winning, though. As long as he finds king g2.
King g2 is the winning move.
Yes.
And
He has
after
20
rook-
seconds on his clock. King g2 is not an easy move.
No.
Okay, he
Rook
repeats
d1, rook
once.
d8.
Okay.
Let's
Now
go
king
king
g2
g2.
is not as good anymore. King e5.
Yeah, no, this
Things
b5
are
was so bad.
Yeah.
b6. Oh, this is
King
this is not good.
d4. And suddenly, are you sure you're winning?
I don't think so. I don't think you're winning anymore.
It's becoming very unclear now. b7, king d4.
Oh, what
Engine
a
says it's not winning.
I
what
don't
a
think it's winning anymore.
swindle by Vladimir.
What?
This is just
Hit 3 extra
amazing.
pawns.
Rook to b8. If you play rook to oh, there is a skewer in the position. I have to play king e3.
Rook to b8.
Yeah, and I'll have to play king e3.
Does white have to be careful to not lose
No,
this?
I don't
Yes,
think so. I don't think
yes. I think he does.
No. It's still white for choice.
I don't know about that.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not
No,
convinced.
It's impossible to lose this one with white.
You
It's
do-
too far.
You haven't studied my games.
It's impossible. I don't believe it.
Okay, hold on.
Saved it. Unbelievable.
Hold on. So king e2. Let's start with king e2.
Rook g1.
Rook g1.
I mean, king e2, I can go rook takes d3 and it's a draw.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Check.
King g5.
So what is Vladimir's idea?
I think he wants to keep giving checks, probably.
He can do that for a draw. Yeah. On king h6, you go king e2, right?
What?
At some point, you will go king e2.
Why didn't he play king e2 immediately? Wasn't
Time.
was king e2 the best move though?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's still a draw now. You can take or go g7. What is he going to play? Rook
G1,
g1?
probably.
King
f3?
f2?
King f3, g7, rook
King
b8, a
f3,
draw.
Yes. Sorry, say
Wow.
that again. If you
King
go
f3?
king f3, I go g7.
Rook b8,
Are you
F1.
sure?
Yeah.
Rook f1 check.
king e2.
Rook f8.
I'll give you checks, though.
It's a hard way to draw, but it's still a draw. They have this exact position.
They
Rook
have
is on
the,
f1.
and the rook is coming to f8. Is this a draw? Okay, it must be a draw. Okay, I'll show you how to
No,
draw.
but I can go king g2, Yasser.
No,
King e2
no,
was
no,
played?
No. You go check.
You just give checks, yeah.
And
But
if you
king
go to
h5? No, I
Yes.
go king h5. How is
Rook
this
b1.
So easy? Rook b1.
yes,
He needs to spot that, though.
yes.
Could be. No, he found it. Rook b8.
Oh,
He found it.
Shabalov gave Vladimir a small window
I cannot believe he
of
saved
opportunity
this.
to.
I cannot believe
He was
saved
up
this.
4 pawns, or
Yeah.
at one moment it felt like. What a battle!
It's going to be very hard to
And for Shabalov, he
play
knows.
a second game after this.
He knows that he just let the championship slip away. I mean, he could have really, with a victory, of course, have been
A
great.
huge favorite, yeah.
Yeah. But what a nice move this move is. Bringing the rook and making a skewer. You make a queen, rook check, the king has to go to the g file, another rook check, you capture the queen, and that's good enough. Here we go. He's doing it.
Okay, pawn check. It's very simple now.
King to g4.
Probably Fishbein is watching, and he's happy with the draw, for sure.
Yes, because that keeps his chances.
He has a chance to knock out Shabalov in the next round. Well, it's not a knockout, but...
Here we go. But by the way, should there be a winner in that game coming up, one of the players is knocked out.
Yes.
Yeah, it would appear. Check.
And this result guarantees that all 3 rounds will be played with the potential for somebody to win.
I have to applaud that. First of all, applause to Shabalov for playing so well to getting that winning position, and then to Vladimir for saving.
Not giving up.
Oh my goodness. And we have a break, I think a 10-minute break between the games. Sometimes the players kind of give interviews. Not interviews, a little post-mortem analysis. Sometimes they go, I missed this, I missed that, and there you go. What a game.
I think they'll discuss it now, but wow. I mean, Akopian looks quite happy.
Well, he has every reason to be.
So here is where we are so far. We had 1 draw. As you can see, Fishbein hasn't played yet. He has 2 games to go, while Alex only has 1 left. If he wants to fight for the first, he has to win the next round.
You want a buy story?
Yes.
A buy story?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of buys.
There you see BYE, buy. And so in the Pacific Northwest, I was playing in a tournament at the American Chess Service, Robert Anthony Karch's. And it's an open tournament, but they had these rooms at the club. It wasn't one big open space. They had these extra rooms, and Victor Spooples, the legend of the Northwest Chess, was playing on board 1. He had played like a dozen moves. He gets up from his game and he goes to the various rooms, and he notices on board 41 there was this player sitting all by himself. He had opened a move, and the opponent's clock was ticking with 30 minutes. Victor's went and looked at the pairing sheet, and he said 41, there was an odd number of players in the tournament, and that player had a bye. Okay. Victor's went and introduced himself, and he said, hi, I'm Billy Bye. Sat down, and Victor's started playing a move on board 41 as well as board 1. So Victor's was playing a simultaneous during the tournament, and Victor's won both games. So the fellow came and he goes to the tournament director, Rack, and he hands in a score sheet. And Rack is taking, like, what board are you on? 41. How did you do? I lost. And he's putting the result. He said, how? The tournament director asked the player, how did you lose to Bye? And the answer, of course, he was very good. You get a forfeit. You lost to the forfeit. Victor's was a legend of Northwest Chess. Cristian, tell us what went wrong for Shabalov.
I can tell you the last moment, the final moment where he could have won this game. So this position, he played the move rook to e1, rook to b8, and then he repeated with rook to d1, and then went for this b6. After which,
that was the blunder.
That's it. That's it. After this one, it's extremely difficult to make any progress, as we've seen in the game.
Rook d8, king g2, you were about to
King g2, yes, but it does not end here. Now you can get very much attracted to the idea of, hey, now I go rook to d1, I attack, you go rook d5 or rook b3, and then I come with the king, right?
No.
But this is not good, because
Check.
I go rook to b3.
Oh.
No, not check, rook to b3. King to f2, and now I give you a check.
Wow.
You go up, now I give you another check.
Force me to take.
And now I go rook to g2. I force you to push the pawn, and now after king to f4,
You have
I'm in
perfect-
between
the
the
blockades,
pawns.
yeah.
It doesn't matter that you have extra 2 pawns because the king cannot get involved into the attack.
Wow, nice.
So this is extremely difficult to understand with just a few seconds on your clock. Again, his worries and his troubles all started around here when he started pushing the pawn.
When he touched his pawn, he should go king g. You want
Rook
king
is already on the perfect
King G2,
square, right?
King G2.
All you have to do is just beat the king to the d4
to
square,
the punch.
right?
Yep.
So I get on e3. Your king is not on d4 to stop me, right? That's it.
Totally easy.
And with the rook on d8 already, not on the sideline, on b3, you cannot even give checks. You don't have any alternative. So keep the pawn on b3, get the king to e3, pick up the pawn on d3, the only trump in black's position, and that's it. Game over. I mean, you have so many extra pawns, right?
Exactly.
You can't even afford losing, perhaps even these two, if you manage to
Right,
and on f5.
cut.
So such an easy win. But again, it's easy for us to say in the heat of the battle, it's all about the nerves.
Exactly.
Like this game, you give it to Shabalov, 99 out of 100, he's going to win.
It. Yeah.
But with those nerves, with everything on the line, he knows exactly what's happening. He knows that if he wins this one, he has such a great opportunity to win the national championships. You know, sometimes you see ghosts. Sometimes you make the wrong decisions.
I also noticed, I think he thought game was over.
Yeah,
before,
internally relaxed.
He relaxed.
Yes,
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Exactly. We have a pie chart, statistically speaking.
For the
gonna win?
playoffs.
Yeah, who's going to
coming up.
win?
Well, Akopian is a huge favorite. No surprise, he's the highest rated and returning champion, 54.9%. Shabalov 33%, and Fishbein at 12%. But if Shaba had won this
Yeah. I think that would have changed. Another thing, again, just to, for me, this position where Shabalov played
you're pushing the wrong pawn, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking I've got my rook coming back here on any kind of, and I'd like to keep everything, you know,
Connected. Defended,
together. Yeah.
G4 King G3 seems so much more
G4
natural.
King, and also, you know, making a beeline towards the d5. Because I've got 3 connected pass
It was,
pawns.
you know, a series of small mistakes,
Exactly.
starting with H4 instead of G4.
Right, and yeah, again, we don't want to beat a dead horse, but you just in this moment when you could have gone G4, put the king on G, and how much simpler would that have made
It's
his
also
life?
Shabalov probably played a close to perfect game up to this point.
Truly,
Close to perfect game.
from rook G7, rook B7, rook H7.
He got surprised in the opening, handled it very well.
He did.
Got a great position after that key move, queen to A4.
Right.
After that, it was Akopian that was on the defensive at all times.
Right.
Played very, very well. Transitioned into the end game. Got all those pawns. And then just a couple of mistakes. Small mistakes. They pile up, they add up. And unfortunately for him, Akopian bounced back into that game. Incredible. Incredible defense. Okay, let's not take it away from Akopian, who obviously was facing an extremely strong and extremely precise Shabalov.
Yeah.
But when it mattered, when he got the opportunity to make a stand, he found it. Yeah. He found it and he played it perfectly as well.
For those of you who are joining us late, the players are fighting for the title, prestige, of course, but also prize money.
Each of these 3 players have already earned $18,000 and 166.
and 67 cents. Hey, let's not forget about that.
I think the club chipped in an extra penny on that one.
But-
Normally it would be 66.
But the champion will earn extra $5,000 winner's bonus.
That's a big one.
That's nice.
Not bad for a few hours of work.
Absolutely.
And of course, the national title.
And of course, the national title.
And Akopian is the only one that can call himself, if he wins it, back-to-back national champion.
Right. Nobody's
Back-to-back
ever
national
done that.
champion. That's a big
before.
one.
Has
That
Alex
is a big one.
Shabalov won this before?
Yes.
Won
in
the playoffs.
In the playoffs. Came from nowhere.
Yeah.
Also won his last 3 in Classical. And here he won his last 2.
These guys are veterans. I mean, they have so much tournament experience that each game they come new and ready to battle. On the other hand, psychologically, Shabalov could be on tilt now. You know,
Easy.
I'm so angry. And you, Fishbein, you're dead meat. I'm gonna
And he
take
plays
my
next.
frustration
He plays next.
He only
out
has
on
10
you,
minutes to
right?
rest and recover.
And
He's facing Fishbein with the black pieces.
right.
The thing is, any other result for Shabalov, so if they make a draw, the fate is not in his hands anymore.
No.
Because if Akopian wins it, that's it.
That's it. It's over.
You know.
It's decisive.
Game
And
over.
vice versa. Fishbein wins it too.
In fact, if he
needs to
does
win.
not win, then he's guaranteed that at least he's not going to win the championship outright. Like he's going to have to play
Right.
another set of games
That's
at
right.
least, no matter what the result
That's
in
right.
the other game is.
That's right. Well, tie breaks.
Lots on the line on this
You're
one.
I
in
had a
this
little nervous.
situation. You're Shabalov right now.
Yeah.
How do you go into this game against Fishbein?
I just have to calm down and just
Easier said than done,
yeah,
Yasser.
to let the
pretend it never
reality
happened,
the
right?
reality that I've just let a victory slip
That's when
away.
experience kicks in. And Shabalov has a lot of that.
He does.
You know, he's been around for
They've
so many
started.
decades.
And boy, that happened rapidly.
We have Sicilian. Are we going to have Najdorf?
Najdorf on the board. Well, a6 works. No!
Whoa,
Dragon.
dragon.
Never mind.
And Alex Fishbein, by
He's
the
not
way,
surprised.
the dragon, do whatever. Look at this. This is a very peculiar mixture in the dragon. Now,
Dragon
if we
with
go
bishop
back,
E2.
I believe G4 is what is called the Nottingham variation. My mother comes from Nottingham, England. G4, G5, but F3, Bishop C4, that's the Yugoslav attack, that's old theory, but this, Alex Fishbein has been playing.
But
Bing,
in
bang,
Dragon,
bang,
Yasser,
bang.
aren't there many lines where white can force a draw? And if we think about the tournament situation, if Fishbein wants to go in the blitz, and he said yesterday
He would
he
be
loves blitz.
more happier in a
Right,
blitz.
if
Yeah.
he draws this, he only needs a draw against Akopian to
Right.
go into the blitz.
To go into the blitz.
On the other hand, maybe you want to press Alex right now after the first game.
Yeah, exactly. Test the waters and see. Now, again, for me, the move Bishop E2, I'm not 100% sure. I'm in favor of Bishop E2 with castles. Another way
I was
that they
expecting
used to
short
play,
castle after Bishop
yeah,
E2.
is with the Bishop on E2. They often play Knight B3, F4, and short castle.
This is one of those
Bishop
lines that
F3.
Fishbein definitely is playing online. Again, he touted his preparation. This is
Okay.
one of those online
So
type of games that you play very often. He probably has 100 games in this line.
in this particular
Most
line,
likely in Blitz, he has probably 100 Blitz games in this one.
So, assuming I take, and I presume that you recapture, Bishop
Alex has
D7,
played Bishop D7.
and then I go Bishop E6.
That looks like a very natural response that you see in the Dragon.
Right. Now, usually we'd be in a position where you're playing
Can go
F3 and
G4.
H4. And essentially what I'm playing for is Queen A5 and B5. None of this happened, by the way, because I noticed that as I started speaking, Bishop D7 was on the board.
King
And after
B1.
Bishop D7, Alex must have 17 minutes on his clock at this point because he's been playing
Which
so
Alex?
quickly. Sorry, Fishbein.
Yes.
Fishbein,
But
because
the other Alex is
Yeah.
also playing quite fast. We're just
Okay.
making typical
And now
Sicilian
F-
moves.
Okay, now I don't get it. Because then I ask myself, with the bishop on F1, it's white to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then do I have a better move than bishop E2? And I would
Of course,
very
G4.
much hope so that
H4,
H4 or G4.
95, he's going for that C4 square. And now it's time. It's time to throw the patties.
You gotta
H4,
go
let's
G4
go.
or H4, yeah.
Well,
I always start with G4 because on H4 I don't like H5.
H4.
yeah.
But usually after H5 you go
Still
either
go
bishop
G4.
H6 first or you strike.
By the
directly.
way, I'm seeing missed opportunity as if they're telling me,
G4 was better, I saw.
yeah, that you should have played G4 or knight D5.
So what Alex can do right now is also knight H5 is another option.
That's a tough move to make. H5. Much more
Knight
natural.
Good game,
H5?
yes. Yeah.
Seriously?
I've never seen
Would
that move
n-
in
I
the
would
Dragon.
not have
No,
considered
never
that.
seen
I've
that
played
move
it
in
many
Dragon.
times. In Blitz, not in Classical.
Okay,
I
but
only played
H5.
Dragon in Blitz.
I find this now often in the Yugoslav attack with the bishop on B3. In those situations, yes, you would be playing for G4 and pawn sacrifices galore with G4 and F4. With the pawn, with the bishop on E2, I'm not a fan of F4. Why give the square G4? And I'm not a fan of bishop G5 either.
Well, you should be thinking and reverse engineer this position and think
Okay.
about, hey, what is the difference compared to the usual Dragon positions where the bishop is on F1?
Yeah.
Well, you have an extra move, and that is to swing the rook from D1 to G1 and start getting ready for that G4. You know G4
like
is
that
coming.
move. Rook
G4
G1 looks
is
really
coming, no matter what. You have to open up the position, otherwise your attack is not going anywhere. So you might as well get ready for that with rook G1.
Okay.
Bishop h6. And
Okay.
now the
I'm
computer
not a
does
fan
not
of
like
Fishbein's position. I
Well,
don't.
should we go?
What?
Should we go real Sicilian
Of course.
and take on
100%.
c3?
Oh, 100%. Let's go wild. Bishop takes h6, a rook takes c3 immediately. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun.
If you take on c3, I take on g7.
Precisely.
So you probably want to take on h6
Yeah,
first.
and let's have some fun. Check. King?
I thought you were going to go queen c7 immediately. I want to put the knight on c4 as soon as possible.
I was going
This
to
looks
bring the
good too,
rook.
right? King a1, and you want to play rook c8, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
precisely
honestly,
right.
this looks fantastic. And this is so Alex Shabalov's style.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, when you play the dragon, you hope you get this.
When you play
a
the
chance.
Sicilian, this is
Yeah.
what you play for. And I think it was from a U.S. championship. Ray Robson, Hikaru Nakamura. Hikaru, who is by no means a dragon player, got exactly this. He just sacrificed the rook on c3, and the engine was touting that white was better, almost to the point that Ray resigned, you know, like the machine light.
The only thing is, does Alex feel confident right now? Because
Yes,
the last game could have affected him a lot.
truly.
Because if this is the first game, he's 100% of the time taking on h6, taking on c3.
You bet.
So let's go with that variation. Again,
Bishop h6, rook h6.
let's go
queen
deeper
h6.
into that one because we have
Rook
some
c3.
time before Shabalov makes
Yep.
his next move.
And I went check. You
I like check.
preferred-
Let's start with
I
check.
like check.
Let's start with the most.
Maybe knight
impressive ones.
b. No, I'll go a5.
A5. Let's
I
go.
want that.
Yeah. A5,
All right,
A4.
king.
King a1.
King a1.
But now you can go queen A5, right?
Yep, also a
Have to
perfect legit
come
move.
back
And
with the
here we
queen.
go.
All right, moment of the truth.
Yeah,
He's
not
done it.
good.
Of course, he's going for it.
Rook c3.
He could not handle
I
the
mean,
temptation.
He couldn't
Look, it's a
resist that.
Sicilian player's dream. This
Yes.
is what we do. This is what.
It is a
I
dream.
played Sicilian for a decade. I only got to do this a few times.
Only.
Only.
Really, I probably have a box full of rooks that I sacrifice for the knight on c3. And again, if you go back, queen d2, the problem is that after moves like rook c8, you also have to be a little bit mindful that the bishop could slip
Absolutely.
out. Yeah,
And in faster time controls, this is just so much easier to play with black.
exactly.
I mean, if white gets a chance, he'll also go g4 and start playing on the king side, but it seems very slow.
Truly, yeah. Now, if I was playing this in correspondence, I kind of like black. I kind of like playing white because
You have a week to think about.
weak that should I play, for example, knight b3 here, queen takes c3, check, king b1. Analyze, giving back a little bit material. Should I play, for example, queen a1, queen c1 here, with the idea you take this. My queen's a little bit nicer on b2 than d2, defensively speaking,
Agreed.
because I don't have to worry about a2. So in other words, queen
playing queen
c1,
b6.
queen b6. Just a big question. By the way, we didn't really look at it, and I think for obvious reasons, you're just rewarding. I mean, if you get the pawn to a3, why? Why did you help me? Why did you help me? That was why we played king a1 immediately. And by the way, Alex Fishbein must be way ahead on the clock,
He is 4 minutes at the moment.
because I just see him playing as
Instantly.
if it's all prep.
He's playing as if it's already blitz.
Yeah, right?
But this happened to Akopian as well. He was 10 minutes ahead of Shabalov, and then Shabalov just found the better moves at the important juncture in the game.
Yeah.
Rook c8, queen c5, queen a5, queen c7. There's so many options at this point. Which ones? do
I
you
think
he's
it's
going to
queen
go
a5.
think
I
he's
think
go
going for the
c8.
rook c8.
the reason I didn't like rook c8 is it did
Rook
give
b1.
the
Rook b1, rook
opportunity.
b3 perhaps?
Yes.
And now if I go queen a5, what do you do?
Probably
Go back.
defend the pawn. on
Yeah, the engine didn't like rook c8. We see a question mark. It is because of rook b1, rook b3 ideas.
right. And I was thinking you go queen a5. I mean, I used to play the dragon, and I had some good days, but the bad days I had were when my opponent just prepared everything, and I felt I lost a game without
Playing, right?
and I hated that feeling, you know. So I gave the dragon the boot in favor of the perk. I still wanted my bishop on g7.
You found another way.
I found another way. Sorry, this is not the current
Maybe
position.
after rook b1, queen c7 is better than queen a5.
Rook c1, queen
Queen c7.
7 is better. And why is that? I'm
I want to
pulling my
play-
queen back.
I want to play d5 as fast as I can and include
D5.
all my minor pieces in the attack.
That makes perfect sense. I like that.
Because queen on a5 was always walking into tempo moves.
Whether they be rook
Knight
takes
B3.
b7, knight b3. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's,
like d5.
it's a very messy position, for sure. But maybe easier to play with black?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Easier and harder at the same time because you know the consequence of your attack not actually being successful. You're just material down.
In exchange.
You have to prove your compensation right now. And that's never easy, especially when you know
Quick
that
question.
you lose this one. That's it. You're done.
That's it.
You don't have a
Yeah,
second chance.
well, both players are on that same boat. I mean, there's no life saver.
no second chance.
No second chance.
I have two moves. I can take or go queen c5.
I was thinking if you take, I was going to take with the rook, and then you might have issues.
Unless I checkmate you somehow.
Unless, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Oh, he hasn't played rook b1. He went immediately queen d2.
Okay, no harm, no foul in that
It's a
case.
missed opportunity, right? Not
Yeah.
including rook b1.
I'm not sure.
Now the question is there a way that black could exploit this?
Rook c5 maybe? Put the rook in front of the queen now.
I like
But
that.
rook c5, knight b3.
Rook c5, knight b3. I'd have
Where's
to
that
go
rook going?
back. Yeah. Oops. Apologies.
And I think this is sort of his
mean, knight
plan. He
c4?
basically just wants to, if you go queen c5, queen a5, try to target that pawn on c3. I think he just wants to go knight b3. If you want to take on c3 and exchange the queens, I'm fine with that.
Are you? Like, no, seriously.
I think that's his plan.
you,
I don't know if I am, but I think that's his plan.
Okay, so essentially I have a knight,
Yes.
a pawn, and a kind of a split
Right.
structure, right?
But I don't think it's enough.
But the problem is your rooks don't have the c-file. Shift the pawn to d3 for a moment. You've got the open c-file and life is good.
Sure.
You still have to coordinate your rooks. And maybe bishop can go to e6, bishop can go to c4.
Again, there's definitely compensation.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's enough for full equality. I don't think you have full compensation. Plenty of technical work
So you
ahead.
think knight b3, in case of queen a5
Queen
or
a5, queen
c5.
c5, knight b3, I think is his plan.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair.
He wants to go into the endgame. Look, you're also, let's take it from a practical perspective, playing the opponent. You're playing Shabalov. You want to go into an endgame, right? You don't want to get checkmated.
He's
You know
playing
he's
d5.
capable of that.
He's
Very
played your
nice.
move.
He's
D5.
not looking for an endgame. He wants to finish it off in the middle game.
I just wanted to say this, however, is definitely a position I would embrace as white. Like,
Yes.
please.
You would.
All the attack is
Yeah,
done.
yeah. Rectify my pawn structure.
You can start
I
playing on the
haven't
king
played.
side.
I haven't given up on g4. None of this happened because Shabalov
D5 is on the
D5.
board.
I like this move.
agreed.
I like it from a practical perspective.
Absolutely.
I see it, it has a question mark. Maybe white has additional options, but I love it from a practical
We
perspective.
don't acknowledge that question mark.
Right.
Forget about the question mark.
You know, the coach on the sideline pacing the game, his player makes a bad move, but he makes it for all the right reasons. Good decision. Good decision.
Good with that. I'm
Yeah,
good with
yeah. Good. I approve.
It shows character, right? I mean, this is the type of move that shows character. You're
Right.
not going to grovel and try to
No,
defend an end
that's
game,
not what
slightly
we're
worse than
about.
No, just go for it.
That's not what we were about. Now, why would the computer give this a question mark If not for
It has to be rook b1.
I do
Yeah,
think
rook
it's,
b1.
it's misguided, this question mark. I don't think it's...
Queen.
It's
Are we
not
going
accurate.
back to c7? We had this position, right?
I think we did.
Yeah, with the different move order we had this
And
position.
and somehow I actually
You took
had
on
a
d5 and then one knight b5.
yeah, we by transposition somehow. Yeah, I did that, but I would dearly love to play f4, but no, I'm never going to allow knight takes
knight
e4.
takes e4, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a problem.
That's the end of story.
I like it, and it seems like right now,
This is
Fishbein.
the first thing for Fishbein.
Oh yes.
Second, actually. He spent some
second.
time on queen d2 first.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
not
think
an
he's
easy decision right now because you
not
don't have a
comfortable.
clear plan.
In this position. Plus, he knows who he's playing.
Right.
It's a Shabalov style.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your move?
Rook b1. What
Our
else?
only move.
What else?
But is rook b1 such a clear move?
No, no.
Why
I
is
don't
rook
see
b1?
anything else.
How is that improving your position? I go
I
queen
wanna
c7. Like,
Play rook b3 at the right moment.
what's the improvement?
Okay, so our
Okay, so let's go rook
knight,
b1.
our line, Christian, has been to take on d5 and to play knight to b5 and to try to get you to take.
I probably won't take, even though it is tempting to take. What if I take? Okay, let's see.
Rook takes.
Knight takes c3.
Rook b3. b2.
Rook b3. Okay. Now all I'm dreaming about is getting my queen on that long diagonal.
Yes.
And queen a5 looks good.
Queen a5, yeah.
Forcing me to play a3.
I like it.
Yeah, that wasn't
Do you have
exactly.
b5, b4 real fast?
Let me see if
Real quick.
I got to do better.
It's
than
getting
this.
dangerous, isn't it?
Oh, I got to do better than that. Don't I have something that could do better than that?
Hard to find good moves.
Maybe
Can we play
f4.
I was going to say, maybe we have to go f4 here. But knight c4.
Okay, knight to c4. By the way, I'm getting a little bit scared, but okay, tell me when I can resign.
Let's
Okay,
take
knight
on
I mean, I
c3.
don't want to miss an opportunity. You're going to take, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And I better retreat. I'm
I
defending.
mean, even if
Sorry,
I'm not winning
just to
right
be very,
away.
very clear, the reason I didn't play knight b3 was because of the
Nice tactic.
right. So that was why I dropped back with the rook.
I think black is just better here, even if there is no immediate win.
But Yasser, I'm completely
I agreed,
shocked
agreed.
that you didn't take on a7. You didn't take another pawn.
I did, thank you. I didn't realize I could defend mate that way.
Fishbein now has less time than Shabalov.
And Alex is such an experienced grandmaster. He has seen the rook take c3 exchange sacrifices in the Sicilian like a familiar old friend, right? I mean, he knows that is part and parcel of the whole Sicilian complex. So none of this should come as a surprise. But then again, it usually does. I mean, like when you get this position, you're facing the Sicilian exchange sacrifice. And I remember Garry Kasparov playing against one of the computer programs, and it was a final game. It was a 6-game match. I think it was Junior against Junior, and Kasparov sacrificed the exchange on c3 and offered a draw. The computer accepted, or rather, the computer's programmers accepted, because that was a tied match in that case, and the engine didn't like its position when they accepted the sacrifice. d5 on the board. The gauntlet has been thrown down.
And Fishbein is in deep think. What else could he play instead of rook b1? It's hard to find good moves on the queen side.
Knight b3, queen d4. You know, you can
You're
imagine.
giving me the e4 pawn.
I didn't want to do it.
And you might also be giving me c3. Wouldn't that be too many?
How am I giving you c3? I was going
You're
to
going to take with the pawn, right?
Yes. But okay, sorry. The answer to your question is beside the move rook b1. What else conceivably could white do? I'm saying knight b3, queen d4. Not that I liked it. I would prefer that there be a better move. Okay, I'm a
about
pawn grubber.
He takes
just kill me. I did the worst thing under the sun. I defended a pawn. You're not taking.
No, I'm not
you'll
taking
never do that.
d3. I have options of knight c4 or d takes e or.
Knight c4 isn't scary.
No, it's not. I'll take on e4. Take on e4.
By the way,
He's played knight b3. You just guessed it. After 7 minutes.
that's the longest thinking. That's the longest thinking a rapid game that we've.
By the way, this is not a good move. And in
Not
fact,
at all.
after d takes e4, the simple d takes e4, it seems like black is taking over.
Maybe queen c7. I'm not going to trade.
I agree. When do you want to trade queens?
Yeah, queen c7 is
When you're
just better.
when your king is vulnerable, not when your opponent's king is. No, I prefer black, not because
Could
of
we-
the
could-
engine's evaluation,
After
but just it's
queen
easier to
c7,
play.
let's
Yes.
go. Let's keep going with that variation just to
Yes,
showcase how things can go wrong really quickly for white. You
Please.
take on e4,
Yep,
knight takes e4,
yep,
queen takes e4,
yep.
queen takes e3,
Check.
king b1,
Yep.
and bishop f5.
I was a piece up until that
That's
last
it.
move.
You were up a rook. You were
You
happy.
are upper rook. It doesn't matter. Bishop takes e2. Just you resign. That's it.
Queen d4. Is there mate? Because I am up a rook.
Even if it's not a mate, I take on c2 with the bishop. I take on b3. I take
I'll
on
trade
d1.
queens.
Yeah.
And for
Should be
Shabalov,
winning, yes.
Lots of
he
pawns.
is just captured on e4, and I'm sure when Fishbein played the move knight b3, he's not thinking
No.
takes, knight takes.
We're going to see
No,
queen
no,
d4
no.
for sure.
The knight ever lands on e4, it's about to land on c3. It lands on c3, a2 mate spring to life.
I have to say, Shabalov has been getting the better out of his opponents
In the openings,
in the
Middle
middle
games.
game, I would say, in the first two games. And right now, he also has the edge on the clock. So it's a very different situation, much more sharp position, which definitely favors him in general, in what we know about Shabalov as well and his style of play.
Queen d4
Queen
played.
wait a minute, queen c7, f takes e4, knight takes e4, that could be trouble for white.
yeah. Again, you can wear your glasses, your 20/20 glasses, and think about it in hindsight. But for me, the combination of the moves bishop e2 as well as f3
Strange.
was giving black a tempo. And
Absolutely.
in these double-edged positions, a
Tempo is all you need.
oftentimes that's exactly right. But queen c7, 100%. Defend the knight, maintain the queens on the board. By the way, and don't forget, there is a c3 pawn. Here, I'm not sure, the variation that Cristian, I would be frightened, and I would be thinking c4, takes, and I'm worse. I know I'm worse. I don't debate that issue. But
pretty
now I'm
one-sided
trying.
game.
Now I'm just trying to do my best to hold
Not
the
get
game.
mated, right?
Yes. Yes.
Shabalov's thinking, we know he's not going to trade queens by any means.
Nope.
So besides queen c7, what else can he do? Can he include e takes f? So
Yes.
that allows a queen trade.
Which I would pounce on, but then on the other hand, takes.
Maybe the end game here is
takes,
unplayable
takes,
for white,
takes, rook takes,
but that would be f4.
f4.
Oh, then the bishop's defended twice.
Yeah.
But he played queen c7, of course, the best move in the position.
Yeah, there was never any doubt. But I agree with you. E4 takes f3 was
Was
a
an
legit,
option, yeah.
legit alternative. But now, I mean, if I'm sitting there in white's position, I'm saying, what have I done? I'm an exchange up. My opponent has two pawns. My king is vulnerable. And black's king, I'm looking across the table and I'm saying, I'm jealous. That king is really, really safe on the g8 square. My king is not safe on the a1 square. How can I...
Yeah, the king on g8 is just chilling.
Right. How can I pull the parachute? How do I get out of this with a draw? How can I? How can I fight?
I think Alex Fishbein would be very happy to draw this game.
Yes, but he's got to find something that throws throws Shabalov off track.
Maybe let's play rook h to e1.
Rook on h1 to e1. You know
My
what?
goal is to trade as many pieces as possible.
You know what my goal is to include everybody. My bishop on d7 is not
good move.
included.
Guys,
Yes.
Fishbein, 4 minutes, 40 seconds.
4 minutes,
Yes.
40 seconds.
Shabalov, 7 minutes.
He
He's
started with
dropping
15,
way below
but I
on the
think he
clock.
started with 17, actually. He was so fast out of
Pretty
the
much
opening.
That tells us something. He's uncomfortable in this position.
He
really
took
does
7
not like
minutes
this
on that one knight b3 move.
And that was already indication enough. Sorry, not to, I'm, if you were to ask
He's
me
played
what is
c4.
Yeah, if you were
Yeah.
to ask me what is Black's threat or what is Black doing, improving his pieces. You
No
don't,
rush.
Yeah, precisely. You don't have to be in a rush to
I
capture
think we can
pawns.
take on f3 and go bishop e6.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Just do those incremental improving moves. The reason I would be so happy if my knight could ever land here, and that was why I was playing bishop f5, because I was thinking, okay, it's almost 100% I'm going to take on f3, but just that small percentage of times I might be able to play e4, e3, then I might want to preserve that option. Bishop f5 would be my move, but if you wanted to take on f3, if you wanted to play bishop e6, you know what?
They all look good.
If you want to even play b6, why you would play b6? Stop c5, stop queen a7.
But the problem is now you take on e4, right? You don't have this idea of knight takes e4 anymore.
That's probably why I'm playing
That's why he
bishop
played
f5.
c4, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm playing bishop f5, sorry.
Yeah,
Because
bishop f5.
I am dreaming of
I
taking.
like taking on f3 and bishop b6. I think that's also the most natural. I mean, you are going to take 2 pawns for the exchange at least once you take on c4.
Right.
That's already enough compensation by itself.
Agreed.
Forget about the safety of the white king, which is non-existent right now.
Okay, so the most natural, according to Cristian, is capture, bishop e6. And for me, what I was trying to do was trade queens. So I was trying to play, please do me a solid favor, take on b3, take on c5, give me the open d file,
Oh, that would be the dream.
king b2. Sorry, let me just put some moves on the board. These are terrible moves for Black, terrible moves. You were just really, really helping White's cause enormously. Suddenly, and for no reason whatsoever, the rooks are in play, the king is safe, and even though I
White's not
probably
worried here at all.
still...
Black knights are beautiful, yes.
Yeah, that's the
but
thing.
compared to what we had,
No way, you're
whoa,
not
we do have
allowing
some
this.
moves. Shabalov
Knight
has
takes c4.
traded on f3 and then he took on c4. So we might see an endgame.
100%, I'm taking it with both hands, and I'm saying thank you. I may be worse, and I probably am, by the way.
I like that he kept the bishop and the knight instead of 2 knights.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
much better for Black.
At least I have an open file. Maybe on a good day I can dream of
You might lose
rook
f3
d4.
or h4 pawns, and then that should be enough for Black to win.
True. If you play like rook f4 and like you say, lose those pawns. And here we go. We're going into that ending. And
c4, rook c4.
again, I'm not saying I like this at all for White. I just feel...
A little bit relieved.
Yeah, I hated the position after bishop f5. I really did. I didn't know what I was going to do, actually.
I mean, objectively, Black is much better here as well.
Agreed.
Bishop king b2, maybe
Agreed.
rook f4. Where do we put our pieces? The best
Well,
squares for them.
For me, I would like to play 2 moves at once. I'd like to play rook e1 and rook d4.
So what should
From
Black do?
your perspective, I think
I like rook f4 because that way your rook on h1 is not moving.
rook f4 is a good move. I think your
Bishop
bishop would be best placed on
C-
c6.
Yes, that's
Speaking
very
of
good.
bishop c6.
Is he allowing knight a5 though? Because you don't want to trade that bishop. Ooh, did he miss knight a5?
I would play knight a5 in a heartbeat. You're
think he
absolutely
did.
right.
I think just completely forgot about knight
I
a5.
think he did too. Well, there is check. Let's be clear.
King c3.
And there is rook here. So you
Knight
can
c6.
take.
I'm okay losing another pawn because he missed it. Fishbein missed this opportunity.
He did. Rook to d4.
But now bishop takes f3. Free pawn. In between move.
It's I live for these
You had-
moments. Bishop
I
takes
had you at free
f3.
pawn, right?
Free pawn. You're right.
Yeah, bishop. I think Fishbein thought, okay, this allows the rook. Oh,
No.
he didn't take the free pawn.
Okay, now White has seriously decent chances of drawing the game. Rook and f4.
Wow.
And this could be the second game in a row that Shabalov has let.
That was not a hard move to see, bishop f3.
Oh, by the way, maybe. Okay, he played rook e1 very, very quickly. Maybe he could have played rook c1 with the idea of c4 as well. He has played rook e1, by the way. Let me
No, I don't think black is realistically playing this for a win.
Well, the moment I get my pawn on f4, it's no longer vulnerable to the bishop. Of course, the knight could go after it, but that takes some maneuvering. By the way, clock times, and I know Fishbein has used a lot of time.
It's 3.5.
3:35 for
And you-
Fishbein,
both-
5 minutes for Shabalov.
Okay, so from Shabalov's point of view, look, guys, don't sweat it, don't sweat it. Bishop g2, knight. Oh, pardon me, I'm going to allow c4. I don't want to allow c4.
Knight d7.
He could have had this position without the pawn on f4.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
You would have two connected passers on e and f5.
And those positions play themselves. Look at the games of Jonathan Mestel, who was a great dragon player in my day.
Okay, now Shabalov needs to not lose this. Make a draw, and then hope in the next round they also make a draw. And you can go in the blitz playoffs.
Let's go through the what ifs. If Shabalov loses this one, that's it. It's game over for him.
For him,
And Akopian at that point
will
is
have to
going
win.
Have to win. Yes. Otherwise, Fishbein is going to be the champion.
By the way, if there's a decisive game in this, there's no blitz. If either player wins this game, there's no blitz. That's it.
Is that true?
Yep.
No, if Fishbein wins and then he loses to Akopian, they would have 1.5. No, he would. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
There will be blitz no
Then
matter
they
what.
would be. No.
No, there will be blitz no matter what, guys.
No.
No.
If there's a decisive result here,
Yes.
Fishbein wins.
Yes.
How? What could
Shabalov
be
wins. He's going to have 1.5. Then
If Shabalov
Akopian,
wins,
if
yes.
Akopian wins, then
He'll have one.
he will have
and a
1.5.
half.
so
Sorry,
we'll get 2
Fishbein
blitz.
wins, and then there's no blitz.
Correct.
Okay, now we're talking. Okay. By the way, we're going to
C4?
get to play c4. I think that's a success for White.
C4, king c3.
Well, okay. First, the bishop has to go. G2 or
I would keep
F3.
it
Go
closer
to
to home
C6, yeah.
on c6, but
Okay.
Which has been played. King c3.
King c3 expected.
king e7.
And
Guess I
then
go rook
check,
d1.
check, check.
I'm happy with the check because I am going towards
f6.
f5. King
Okay.
f6, king f5. I do want to take that pawn.
You're not taking the pawn.
I know. You're
But king e7, do you want to make a draw with white?
Yes.
You're not playing for more?
No.
Can I go e5 now?
I'm
is that too much?
No, I'm thinking I'm still worse. But look at my pawn structure.
It is bad.
And I'm 2
But
pawns
I
down.
kind of can't attack any of them
You've got a bishop,
on the
Very
wrong
good.
square.
2 pawns. And if I ever lose f4,
Of course, that's
the game is over.
So I go e5.
E5.
Yes.
See, he's playing for the win.
I'm
See?
not sure.
Or you're
I'm
playing
not
for
sure
the
what I'm
loss.
playing for, but
But
I'm trying to keep the game going.
take and rook b1. Let's try to take the
take,
b7
take, and
pawn.
rook b1. King e7 on the board.
I mean, we might actually go
And
for that.
here we go, knight c8 check. Alex wasn't waiting. He was saying, look, I've been trying to draw this game ever since I got out of the opening, ever since I saw rook c3.
King d8, we might
King
see
d8.
repetition.
Quickly. Oh, by the way,
What do you think of Shabalov right now? Do you think he's going to take it?
that's the thing. I'm with you, Cristian. If I was in Shabalov's shoes, I would be looking to win this game.
I don't think he can take the draw at this point.
Yeah.
Any decisive result in the next game kicks him out of contention.
True. But
His
that's the
fate
nature
is
of
not in his
this
hands.
tiebreak.
And Akopian has white pieces, so
I would not take the draw. I
Yeah.
would just keep the game going. I mean,
I think he has to.
if I lose the championship, at least I lose it on my terms.
Yeah.
Like it's not
See,
somebody else that kicks
If
me
he
out.
had won that first game, he would take a draw here, no problem.
By the way,
He's
king
going for
F6, King F6.
He is, but you can see Valborg says now white is winning.
What?
After king d4, white is much better.
King d4. There's no king f5 because of knight d6. This is the idea.
I was worried about King F5 and King G4, but let's take a look. King F5,
Knight d6.
Knight D6 check.
I'm taking more than you. I'm taking f7. I'm taking e6 as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
guess what?
this
Probably g6 is going to fall also.
But
Rook takes e6.
I got a passer.
That's about the only thing you have, though.
I
Rook
got a
takes
pass.
g6.
I got a passer. I'm dreaming of nursing.
Actually, do I go rook takes g6 or maybe try to create my own passer with knight e5? Let's go knight e5. Actually.
King E3. King E3.
King e3 is good too, yes.
King e3 is nice, yeah.
Yeah.
King E3 is nice.
I agree. King D4, excellent move. Maybe Shabalov
Should have taken the draw.
underestimated the strength of that move.
He did.
King F5.
He's going for it.
King G4.
He's going for it.
It's not good though.
A good Latvian never retreats. Knight takes F7. Here we go. Well, I think Fishbein is being given.
If you went king
gifted.
g4, you have
Yes.
to take on h4 now.
He's being
What else,
he's being gifted the
Full point.
victory.
Is he considering knight f8? No. No way.
Which means Fishbein only needs a draw in the next round.
Correct.
He will have draw. By the way, look, rook takes e6. I'm a pawn grubbler, so you know. But I see this king kind of stuck over here, and I start thinking, you know what?
You want to play for the mate?
Well,
he is-
you know what I mean. Rook
He
takes
has
e6.
taken on e6, of course.
I mean, who could resist? I would have taken.
But
on
after king
e6.
g4 or king g3, both moves, knight e5 and king e3, should end the game.
Wow, what a shocking turnaround from a very, very good opening for Shabalov, a very a fantastic dragon, a great exchange sacrifice.
Missing that one move, bishop f3.
That was shocking because that was a very
And he rushed. He had time. He had
Easy
6 to 7
intermezzo.
minutes.
okay. And now Shabalov is reaching for his king. I'm seeing king g3 on the board. King g4.
g4.
Sorry, king g4.
I think king e3 is very powerful. It's also saying, you don't get my pawn, I'm going to take all of yours, and I'm the one with the passer.
Exactly. King e3 defends f4. King e3, king f5, rook to d6, maintaining the threat. And I've got, by the way, that's a checkmate. That's a rather
Wow.
unusual looking checkmate, isn't it?
It is.
Nice. It's not a threat of winning the pawn, it's a threat of checkmate. So king e3 we think is super.
He's played knight e5, but wait a minute. The Valborg just completely
No.
dropped king f5.
King f5. I definitely am not taking
No.
because then it's a passer and it's a whoop.
There is a problem
It's
with king
fast.
f5,
What
at least visually. It probably is not objectively, but visually, after king f5, you're allowing rook takes c6, right?
So that if you go knight takes, I go
Rook
here.
c5. Yeah.
King f4
But-
and h4 maybe? I don't know.
No, you
But
probably
I
take on
take-
c6, take on
Knight
d7,
d7.
and now you start pushing the pawn.
Or play king f4 first.
King
yeah, I
f4
don't know.
probably first, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm in the square in this case.
Yeah, king
But
f4.
he has to try this.
Yes.
He has to try this.
King f5,
On the board.
absolutely forced.
Oh,
Good
you missed
move.
this.
Objective evaluation is equal, triple zeros.
But
We have a
knight
game.
e5 was a confusing move because rook takes g6 is pretty
King e3 was
two
much.
two result game. And
So what do
king
you have to play?
e3.
Do you have
He
to go
just,
rook
he just
e7
missed
right
king
now?
f5.
Rook e7 right now, right? Is that the move?
Okay. Let's
What do you
give it-
e7, I'll take on e5 now and go h4. So my king is close enough to the e-pawn.
The
Exactly.
bishop is so
He's
strong on
very
c6,
strong.
protecting against e8, the promotion square.
You've
This
got
is easily a 3-resolve game.
Yes.
truly.
We have a fight with a minute on the clock for Alex Shabalov, a minute and 55 seconds against 2 minutes and 30 for Alex Fishbein.
Whoa, and king f5. I think that For some reason, whatever it was, that was a move that Fishbein simply missed. He was focused on knight takes e5.
He thought
I'm
knight
sure
e5
he
was
had,
just winning.
I'm sure
Just
he had
game
rook
over.
c6 in his wheelhouse, and now he's
Who
looking
knows
at
what
this,
happens here?
and he's
Rook
scratching
rook
his
c6
head.
is still equal, but it becomes extremely, extremely
It's a
dangerous.
risk. He played rook d6. Okay, now Shabalov has to take on e5 and go h4.
Forced.
Absolutely forced. Yes, knight c6 is hanging, knight d7 is hanging.
By the way, h4, you say force? I'm looking at g5 because
G5, I give you a check on f6 and I take on
Cut your
c6.
king off.
nice.
Don't
Okay,
go
sorry.
after.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. For some reason, I thought my king was in the square, but after rook f6 check, you push me away. Nicely done.
Even after h4, I think that's what white should do. Play rook f6, king
have-
g5, and maybe drop rook f8, drop back.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, who's first?
H.
I think you push.
Okay.
Only
Rook
1
over.
minute left. Oh no, he played knight f8. He had to take on e5. This is just,
Knight f8. I'm
this is losing.
sorry. That move did not.
I mean,
crossed my
easiest would be
mind.
king e3.
King e3, just getting out of knight e6 checks. But is that
You
easier
can probably
than
take on c6 and then go king e3 as well.
Yep.
because I'm thinking that
Well,
bishop is huge.
But knight c6, do I have in between move knight e6? No.
That one I would
Okay,
take.
so he
right?
takes on c6.
or
Will
king
he continue
e3.
taking right now? Actually, just take on c6.
Yes.
Pick everything up.
Knight e6.
If you go h4,
King e3,
king
right?
e3 then. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
so-
this should be easy. Easy
Yeah.
now.
I'm still. You guys say easy, and I'm
I think
still
this is
like,
easy now.
I'm still panicking. Why is this easy?
Wait, this is
I
not the
take on
position.
a6.
This is not in the game. He played king e3.
Right. You bet.
On
No, he was
96.
saying rook takes c6.
Yeah.
You were saying rook takes c6 is easy, and I'm
Yeah.
going, why is this easy?
So why is it not?
Because
Maybe rook f6 is winning here.
So what do you do now?
Well-
no. I take on a6, g5. Okay, king
so
f3.
they're transposing into our position, by the way.
King f3
Now.
or
Yeah.
a4. I don't know. I mean, anything can be played. I think a4. Let's go a4.
A4.
Yes.
Wow.
My rook should be very, very powerful.
Yeah, they're approaching this position.
A5.
Push.
Shabalov needs a miracle.
Rook h6.
The same kind of miracle that Akopian got in round one.
Is true that?
A6.
a6.
Yeah.
A6.
I'm not stopping.
G3. You keep telling
But
me
what's
this is easy.
what's your h?
A7.
A7. G2. I go
King f2.
king f2, right?
Okay, G2, King F2,
Knight e2.
Knight E2. Okay, sorry, I'm
He
just
moves
going to
back, knight
refresh
e6.
the board. Oh, now it's easy.
King
Now,
G4.
no,
Yeah.
now,
He resigns.
and he
Resigns.
resigns. And
Huge
Alex
step
Fishbein
for Fishbein.
has reversed the roles of fortune because that was a one-sided middle game that when I saw the move d5, I would have given 75% chances of victory
And with that result,
for Shabalov.
we say goodbye to Alex Shabalov from the
Yes.
contention of first place. He will still play the last game no matter what happens in
Right.
the next one because he's still fighting for second and third. But right now,
No blitz. No
That's-
blitz.
that's it. Yeah.
Because whatever happens in the next round will determine the senior champion.
Fishbein only needs a draw.
Yeah.
Akopian is in must-win situation.
Yeah. But congratulations on your pick, Shabalov. You really, he came
I'm
through
out.
in the last two rounds there.
So close. He's
yeah.
winning both.
And he was winning both.
Yeah. At least much better in
Well-
the second one. I don't know if he was completely winning,
Right.
but much better he was. And
Well,
it was
Bishop
also,
F3
again,
was winning.
his type of position.
Yeah.
Right.
His type
Yeah.
of position, more time. Critical round coming up, round 3. Akopian with the white pieces, must-win situation against a very much in shape right now and with a lot of energy, Alex Fishbein.
It feels like an Armageddon. We'll see you on the other side of our break. Doesn't it? You got
I
white
wasn't
and you
told
have
we're
to
going.
win.
I wasn't told we're going.
The 2025 Grand Chess Tour heads to St. Louis for two thrilling back-to-back events, the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz and the prestigious Sinkfield Cup. Watch top grandmasters battle in fast-paced time controls and intense classical matches as they fight for points in the race for the GCT title. It's a chess showdown you won't want to miss. Be there to witness the drama unfold live from the chess capital of America, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ladies, are you looking for something fun to do? Do you want to make new friends and broaden your horizons? Ladies' Night is the premier all-female chess event in St. Louis. Every Wednesday night, you can meet and play with new people while learning one of the world's most popular games from a certified woman grandmaster. Plus, St. Louis Chess Club members can attend for free. Whatever your age or skill level, you're welcome at Ladies' Night.
You know Q Boutique at the World Chess Hall of Fame has the region's best selection of chess sets. But this store is so much more. Discover our masterfully curated selection of unique jewelry, clever kids games that nurture critical thinking and creativity, quirky greeting cards, books for all ages, and a wide variety of locally made goods. Find just what you're looking for at Q Boutique at the World Chess Hall of Fame.
The St. Louis Chess Club's WGM All-Girls Summer Camp is August 4th through 8th at Live for Life Academy. Taught by women grandmasters Sabina Foiser and Katerina Nemkova, this camp is the perfect opportunity for girls wanting to learn more about strategy, tactics, and in-game techniques to explore the game in a friendly and welcoming environment. To learn more about this fun and educational experience, please visit stlouischessklub.org.
Corporate Chess League started in 2018, and we started it because we wanted to get the corporations around St. Louis to get together, casually play chess, and network together. So each corporation has their own team. They bring 4 to 6 people every week, and they play over the board in-person chess.
In our team, for all of us to be here, we don't see each other throughout our week. We work in different departments in different areas. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to hang out with your other peers at the club.
So what myself and my coworkers get out of playing in the Corporate Chess League is camaraderie, getting to hang out with people from work, from different departments, getting to meet people from other companies, learn what they do, and obviously just enjoy the game of chess that we all love.
We have about 10 teams right now. We average 10 to 12 teams every year. So if your corporation is interested, or if you work for a corporation and you're trying to get a team, all you need to do is go to our website, stlouischessclub.org, and all the information is there.
10 years, one legacy. The Grand Chess Tour marks a decade of mastery where only the strongest chess minds carve their names into history. Each piece has its role, like soldiers in a grand army, with commanders to lead them into the tour's 10th year and a prize fund of $1.6 million. The Grand Chess Tour starts in Warsaw with the Superbet Rapid and Blitz Poland, immediately followed by the Superbet Chess Classic Romania in Bucharest. Then off to Zagreb for the Super United Rapid and Blitz Croatia, followed by back-to-back events in St. Louis, Missouri with the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz and the Sinkfield Cup. And the culmination of the grand finale in the city of Sao Paulo, Brazil, will determine the 2025 Grand Chess Tour champion. Fight with every ounce of strength for victory. This isn't just a moment. This is history.
We're at the World Chess Hall of Fame in the exhibition Charles Hauska, Master of Play. Charles, or Charlie Hauska, is a local artist who has the Hauska Gallery just a few blocks away in the Central West End on McPherson. We love to celebrate local artists here at the World Chess Hall of Fame, and we've been so excited to work with Charlie on this exhibition.
I'm so honored and very happy to be showing all my different styles and different works of art at the World Chess Hall of Fame here in Central West End. They definitely are my neighbor, but it's another way of showing people really how great Central West End and St. Louis is, because we can collaborate and we have a lot of exciting things. So my studio is here in Central West End, my art gallery where I represent other artists, and the Chess Hall of Fame shows world-renowned artists, and for them to recognize my art and wanting to show it, it really is a big honor.
Charlie has a huge fan base in St. Louis, and so many people collect his work, and they were so generous to lend some of those to this exhibition. He works in 2D, as you can see in the gallery, and some beautiful sculptures, and he likes to paint on everyday objects. Since the exhibition opened, we have received so much positive feedback. Our gallery opening that night had almost 300 people attend, and the work just makes everybody so happy. It spills out of the gallery, it's in our hallways, it's outside on our patio. We have a beautiful new chessboard designed by Charlie, and it just is making everybody so happy.
Some people will say, oh my God, that's such happy art, and then they'll apologize saying, I'm sorry, I don't mean to call it happy art, but it is happy art. So I've never been bothered by it. There's a lot of dark and depressing art out there already, and so I just always felt like it was okay to make happy pop art.
We hope you're able to come to the World Chess Hall of Fame to see this great exhibition, which closes on April 5th, 2026. For more information, visit our website at www.worldchesshof.org.
Welcome back, everyone. We're in the playoffs, and one player has been eliminated. Alex Shabalov, we say goodbye to him, but
Sadly.
2 players are playing for the first. Alex Fishbein and Vladimir Akopian. Alex has a full point, Vladimir only half so far.
And it means, very obviously, Vladimir has the white pieces, and he has to win this game.
Absolute must-win situation. If Alex draws or wins, he is the champion.
Exactly.
So Akopian has to go all in with the white pieces.
Big one, and Alex has shown some resilience in that one because he was on the back foot against
Definitely.
an overpowering Shabalov, it felt like,
Right.
at that moment in time, and then he just inexplicably did not take
on F3.
Take the pawn,
Yes.
4 versus 1 on the king's side. That would have been the end of the show for Fishbein.
Well, VAR said to me on our break, that's not a contest, 4-1 on the
No,
king
not
side.
at all.
And there's, I don't know, a lonely, tense man, you know. He has put himself in a position that he could win the senior championship, which is always very nice. And he basically has draw.
This feels like an Armageddon game because he has the
Precisely,
draws.
it is. Except
He doesn't have time disadvantage.
that's the nice part. Usually in an Armageddon, white has to win, and white has a few extra minutes. You know, say, I don't care, 15-10. But as we saw in the first game, Fishbein, right out of the opening, he just blitzed but he didn't get a good position. It's one thing if you blitz out your preparation, you get a great game.
Right.
It's another, you blitz out your preparation, you have a lousy game. It's like,
Here we go.
Who did what?
Before E5.
It's a 6.
We're
No
gonna see
Sicilians.
I'm sure we're going to see a Rui. I don't think we're going to see Bishop C4. Nope. And we see a Morphy defense. None of these.
Kaidanov
Janusz.
surprised him yesterday with a 5, right?
Yeah. Now, knight F6, maybe he wants an open.
D6, okay.
A D7, D6, C2, C3.
And G6, okay. He's
We've
playing
seen
it
this.
in this modern way.
We saw this in the tournament.
Yes.
Who was on the white side? Who was on the black side?
It was in the juniors
A couple of
section.
games.
Andy Woodward was with the black pieces, and he was facing, if I remember correctly, Nico Chasin. Was this the crazy game that ended in a draw? Yes. Nico Chasin with the white pieces against Andy Woodward. Remember when
Right,
that
yeah,
queen went
that's
on
right.
E8?
Queen
and-
E8
Yes.
and all of that great business.
That one
H2,
was with
H3.
knight H5. B5 perhaps first, but knight H5. Not rook to E8, the queen was going to E8 in that one.
Exactly. We were thinking.
But a completely
I know
different
Bishop
story,
D7, Queen E8 was from a junior championship
And
game.
plan was a 5, right? It was
Yes.
pretty aggressive opening with the black pieces.
Bishop E3, that's a little bit. I don't know. Bishop E3.
He wants to do it before knight D2, or is he planning? No, there's
Bishop
no D4,
D7.
so.
Very often Bishop C2 is a very good move in this type of positions, just to
Sure.
once again lose a tempo and maybe look at ideas of d4. He chooses to go for knight d2 first.
Okay, from White's perspective, White would like to play bishop to c2, followed by
There's still 12
d4.
games in the database.
But
The known
there-
position. b4.
There's a counter. Whenever I play bishop c2, going for the setup of d4, d5, Black is quick to play the move d5.
Yes.
So I think the idea behind b4 is you gain a little bit of space. Maybe on a good day you go bishop b3, a4, knight to c4, and you're there. I don't know exactly.
You're there.
You're doing something there.
Can Black still play d5 now?
Yes.
After b4?
Yeah, I think in fact
He's gone.
he
He's
should.
done it. And
He
we don't
should.
take.
No.
Keep the tension.
Keep the tension.
Keep the
Queen
tension.
c2.
Rook c1.
a3, I like this
c1.
move because
Why?
without the b4 pawn protected, you always have to worry about d4 ideas. So with the pawn on b4 protected, a3 I really like, takes away the sting from d4.
Okay. Again, it would be nice to maneuver this knight to c5. You do have to be mindful of the e4 pawn.
And b5
and
as well.
the bishop on a4. So if I saw the move bishop c2, I would say, okay, very good. That's a prelude to knight to b3. I've seen the games of Wesley So, where Wesley goes queen c2, bishop b3, and queen a2. And he says a very unusual way of putting pressure on the f7 pawn.
Can Black play aggressively and go g5?
Boy, you are an aggressive.
I left you speechless.
I know. Hamana.
Bishop e6.
Bishop e6.
Oh, wow. We have
d4.
Whoa,
We just said
I just
A3
said it
stops.
cancelled d4, and now we get
Stops it.
d4. No, this cannot work.
No, I don't think that's a very good strategic decision.
I
by
will take
Alex.
that pawn. I will take that pawn. You know, give me that pawn, I will take it.
So he's going to take the pawn.
Well, can you take on a4?
But you can take on
Sorry, what?
c6.
Oh, because on e takes d.
Okay.
What do you
yes.
do? If you
I take on
knight
c6.
d4, knight d4.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, but
And then bishop d4, bishop a4.
yes.
So you
And
start
on
with
bishop
bishop
f6,
c6.
bishop f6, and
But he has something else in mind. Knight takes d4. Okay.
knight takes d4. I just don't like these positions where the pawn is on d4. So, for example, takes. Yeah, I just don't like. You can take with the queen or the knight. You can decide later what you like. I don't like the positions with the pawn on d4. If the pawn's on e5, you've got some counterplay against the pawn on d3. I'm going to play queen c2. I'm going to play rook c1. And by the way, I think my majority on the king side plays a greater role than
This
yours.
looks very good for White.
Very good.
Key decision though here. Do you take?
I played bishop takes d4. And yes, I understand what you were
have
about
take
to
the
ask
bishop.
me.
Yeah.
Like, you could keep your
could.
dark square bishop. You know, also not terrible. I mean, this looks advantage white
Black's
as well
pawn on d4 now is not so bad.
as before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
bishop d4 is much stronger.
And by the way, easier to play. It just, when you know what you're doing, you get to play all of these
Happy
happy
moves.
moves easily.
He's done it.
And
Bishop
he
takes.
does it, yeah.
Do we expect bishop a4 first, or
I really don't think it makes
Difference?
Much of a difference. My queen might actually be better on a4 than on d1, because that's the argument, right? That
I love
can
this
go-
position for White.
I do too.
It's just
I've played.
you
so
have the
many-
pressure, you have the weak spots, and you have the knight coming to c4, maybe even a5. I mean, every single pawn in Black's position could potentially become a target.
Agreed.
This one is looking great for Akopian. And again, we know Akopian as a very strategical player that likes to squeeze based on structures. That's exactly what he got in this one.
For those of you who are joining us late, good morning. We are in the third and decisive game of our playoffs for the senior championship. Alex Fishbein with the black pieces has draw odds. If he draws a game, he is the new 2025 U.S. senior champion. If Vladimir wins, and it's only with a win, he can be back-to-back. And I'm playing rook c1.
He's the only senior who can say he's won this twice.
Knight c4. Okay, he's going towards that e5, but wait a minute.
Maybe b5 and c5 real fast.
I like that.
To get activity.
I like that.
I would have put my rook on c1 instantly, because for me, I'm not certain the knight shouldn't be on b3.
Right.
You know, and knight to c4 to a5, yeah, maybe yes, maybe he wants to play e5 and rook e4, but it's a question if the knight should go to c4.
Yeah, knight c4, computer doesn't like it, we don't like it.
We don't, and it was not a natural move. The most natural move, an easy move for Vladimir to play was rook c1.
b5 followed by c5, I like that idea.
Yeah.
And he goes for it.
And or knight b3, by the way. Knight b3 immediately to stop a5, to stop c5. To potentially capture on d4 would have been my choice. Didn't happen, knight c4, b5.
I think Vladimir realizes right now that c5 is coming no matter what, because once you play knight e5, you cannot allow white to go knight b3 and block you on the c5 square. You have to go c5. Once you set A, you have to say B in this one.
Okay, so why is this so decently good? I go rook c1. If you take...
You're not threatening anything, by the way, right?
No. I'm just developing pieces.
So in case you're not threatening anything, can I start threatening my own ideas with bishop f8?
Yeah, I mean, I might have been threatening knight
You
to
might
b7.
be threatening something. Okay.
So
you're trying to trick me, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Essentially, I was cheating.
That's what you're saying. Yes. You're making it too obvious. Yes. Let's go queen
And
b6.
he has gone b5, c4, as you suggested.
No,
oh, pardon me,
b5 still on the board,
b5. But you after knight a5,
Yeah,
you
he's
don't
gonna
allow
play
knight
c5.
c6. You know he's going to go c5.
Maybe Akopian doesn't play knight a5. No, he's done it.
Yeah, he's got... Okay, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, c5 on the board, perhaps I should leave the rook on a1 in case you take. Maybe my rook is well placed there. I'll start with queen d2.
Okay, let's say queen b6.
To give myself the flexibility, and it's not that great a deal. It's not
He's
that
played
big a
rook
deal.
c1?
Even rook c1, queen b6, and then rook c8, let's say. So let's start with queen b6 to take away this knight b7.
Yeah, seems
Exactly.
easier to play with black next couple of moves at least.
Yeah,
rook
queen
c8, all
b6,
those
rook
natural
c8.
moves.
Get development in the position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like knight c4.
No,
I think that
I
Vladimir...
think he missed this idea of b5, c5.
I agree. And I think he should have played knight b3, and I think he should have played rook c1 as a prelude to knight b3 as well. In which case, I think Fishbein would have had issues. Now black looks perfectly fine.
Absolutely. I'm even liking black a little bit.
It could be. Okay, so here you're going to go rook c3?
No, I don't. Wait, what? Rook c3?
Yeah, takes.
Oh, in that position. You know, I think this is just much better for black. I have to create some counterplay on my own. I'm not playing queen d2.
Pardon me.
And
by the way,
let's
rook
refresh.
c8.
Yes, rook c8 was played. Maybe I'm going.
So there is a tricky.
This is absolutely crazy, but e5. I want to play on the king side.
Wow.
Because he has to win. Akopian is in a must-win situation.
Okay. And now you want to take
c5.
Oops, that's a piece, right? Or maybe it's not a piece.
Maybe it's not, yeah.
But after e5, can I try to exchange pieces also?
Sure. We're just looking at
taking on b4.
this.
But yeah, this looks good as well.
Can I include knight b7, knight c5?
Nice. That's true. And then my knight, but rook e2. Whoa. Oops. So that was not what I wanted.
Old habits.
Old habits die hard. I just wanted to make sure you guys were on your toes this morning.
Reminded us of
okay, rook e2. What's the idea? Well, he wants to play rook c2 and make a pin down the c file. So the desirable bishop f8, rook c2.
It's a bit uncomfortable. Now I can move my queen
Yeah.
without
That's,
the pin. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we should include...
Maybe I go queen e7.
Excuse me.
Okay, never mind. He went queen b6. I wanted queen e7 and on rook c2 just c4.
Really? Who's playing for a win? You know you do. Okay, queen b6 on the board. I'm going to refresh my tab. Rook c2.
Does black also double on the c file, rook c7?
Well, wait. Oh, is the time there? You know, it's funny.
Time is fine.
If you
12 minutes.
If you don't play that move, one idea for
pawn, right?
white is to go here and to take and to exploit the c file.
That can still happen now, right?
No, because you're going to defend.
No, let's see. Knight b3, rook c8. I take on c5, and on knight c5, can I take knight d4?
Yes, it's legal.
Well, yes, but is it good? Is it good?
For that you'll have to buy a platinum membership. We don't give away these answers easily.
Can I go c4 now?
What? What?
Can I go c4?
At what moment?
Well, right now, in the game position. Even
Yes.
though I don't like that rook c7.
Yes.
I want to go
You guys
c4
are-
without rook on c7. But
there is a...
Okay, rook c8 has been played.
It's been played, and yeah, we can get that position we're looking at.
Okay, so hold on.
Take on c5.
So we're having a very... And by the way, because of the tournament situation, I don't know if it's good or bad. If I'm in Vladimir's shoes, I'm playing knight...
I think he has to go for it.
Because you got to go for it. Yeah.
But maybe queen d6. He also doesn't want to trade all the pieces. There'll be nothing left to win with.
I want to trade all the pieces. You're not taking my
wait.
pawn on d3. I'll trade.
Am I not?
I'm going munch, 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 and I get the final munch.
Huh.
That's the way that works, by the way. I get the final munch.
I missed 92.
Yes. So this is, and the players have reached our analysis. Clock times roughly.
They still have 12 minutes, both of them.
So
Okay.
no
things
issues.
yet.
You convince me. Can I go knight a4? I really don't like this pin down the c file. It's very annoying.
Right. I mean,
let's go knight a4.
Fair.
It looks bad because I'm moving away from that d3 pawn, and you save your pawn, you have connected passers. It's bad for black. But maybe I can target that a3 pawn.
Okay, I need to win. I'm the one who
Can I take on e? No, I cannot take on e5.
No, because you need to. Your queen has to guard the c7. You can't play queen takes
So
d4.
I can start though with knight c3 first.
Yes, that is legal.
And then bishop takes c5.
Are you sure?
No.
It's risky.
I'm not sure at all.
Munch, munch.
Not sure about anything.
I get another munch.
Yeah.
It's not working.
It's not working. Okay.
It's not working.
So for the moment, I understand what you're saying. You want to resolve the issues, and you want to do it on your terms. But I was getting in the move e5, so that I thought you were going to play this, Cristian. I thought you were going to take twice and play for queen c5.
For a win?
No,
No,
Oh,
you're
okay,
trying to
so
make a
like,
draw.
right.
Just
I'm just
trying to make a draw.
Yes.
And I thought I was going to have to take with the knight so
Play
that I could
d4.
play d4. Yes, you could play a5, b4, and gosh knows.
Scary, yeah.
But I have to do this because, again, for Vladimir, it's
I
win or
like the
bust.
situation for Vladimir, especially after the opening. Fishbein was looking great, but right now the situation is as follows. Vladimir is the one putting the pressure. We see the bar right in the middle. Objectively, this is still equal.
Right.
But you have to prove it.
Yeah, I
I'm
want
a
a
pawn
pawn.
up. You have to prove it. How are you going to get your pawn back? And if
Right.
you don't find the precise way of
And
doing it.
knight a4, as you proposed. Now, I proposed e5, but maybe I should just go back. I was a little bit worried about bishop b2.
Yeah, I like bishop.
You should be worried about that, yeah. e5, I like your move e5.
Thank you.
And then take on c2 with the knight.
At
The
the
thing
end
with
of it.
e5 is that at some point you might be even looking at ideas of e6, opening up the black king as well.
True. I could use that as
Now
a
d4
kind
is
of a
coming,
battering ram.
After a5, I was worried about black creating the passer. Maybe we play queen. We don't allow maybe b4. Start with queen d2 or something.
Knight c3, knight e3, because this guy's hanging, right? You have one of these funny
Akopian has played
lines.
e5.
e5 on the board.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
not saying. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird. It's weird. But yes.
We have a game, guys. We have a game.
We
So
have a
much on
3
the line.
result with the U.S.
Gonna
Senior
trade.
Championship on the line. Rook takes c2. You got to play rook c2 now that you've gotten this far, and this is the key moment.
have to
And
take
I'm
with the knight.
expecting knight takes c2. It protects a3, a pawn in much need of protection, by the way,
Perhaps d4.
and it preps d4.
And doesn't allow queen trade, right? Because after queen c2, queen c5, I'm not happy.
Agreed. So nothing to be done. You have to just accept. Vladimir has to accept that after knight takes c2, his knight is not terrific, but he will have a passer on the d file.
Knight c2. We'll see a5, and I think white can play simply queen d2.
Yep. You like queen d2.
But
yes?
there's also bishop f8. I forgot the bishop can actually come and help.
Promote the pawn.
Yeah.
Yep. Normally speaking, whenever you have this situation and you're facing a dark square bishop, you blockade on the light square. So what I'm saying is, besides the move knight b4, which I would be attracted to, you would always put your knight on b3, right? That would be the natural blockading square.
It's scary to play knight a1, though.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, the knight is here, but once your knight is on b3, you
Sure.
can't play bishop takes
Yeah,
b3. You know, it doesn't work like that. You know, and you've got your blockade, and maybe black has his blockade, but I would be attractive. Okay, so we are looking at a5. We were looking at d4, and what did you think about this? Seriously,
I thought knight c3 and a takes b was good for black. We will have 3 pawns, but I don't know.
could you be not so serious? That I didn't see knight c3. I was thinking, but okay, yeah, I was in a fantasy. That is a very nice intermezzo.
So does he have
My
to go
bad.
for this a5 is the big question right now.
Yeah, so we're looking at a5.
Could play knight c3 instead.
Can I go knight e3 after a5?
Yes.
I'm stopping you to go b4.
Knight c3, and then still.
I'm still going to
B4?
get.
You do get your b4 in, yes.
But at least I get, again,
Blockade.
a good light square blockade.
d4 knight
Knight
e2,
e2.
unfortunately.
Shoot.
Doesn't work.
By the way, shoot is a chess term. It means, gosh darn it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a chess term.
All chess players use shoot.
But black doesn't have to
Easy.
play a5.
a5.
Can't even finish my sentence. Yeah, it's a5.
Nicely called. You nailed that right away.
Let's not forget, guys, this is with everything online. The title is online. $5,000 are on the line.
That's it. That's
Vladimir Akopian needs to win this game.
yes. Titles, trophies, and money. Ooh la la. And serious ego points too.
And he'll be the only player
To
have
ever
won it
achieve
twice.
back and twice. Okay. The problem is, even if I did play a move like queen d2, seeking to prevent b4, you could reinforce that whole
Right, the
plan.
bishop f8 came out of nowhere, and then
So it's not like it's not like I can stop you from achieving b4. So at least I might as well blockade it. Once again, just this time I'm going to play a little bit more aggressively. Try to put my knight on b3 and maybe
wait,
my queen
b3,
on c4.
b3.
b3.
You don't get knight b3 anymore.
b3, is that a pawn
Take.
take?
b2. How do you stop b1? Oh, bishop f. Wait.
Wait, nobody believes me. Look at what I have to deal with.
Huh.
What a tricky guy.
What do you do on bishop f8? Just
Knight
go knight
b3.
b3. Yeah.
Wow, I
nice.
tricked you. I tricked you. I did. I'm thinking d4.
If he says the knight a1 idea, it's a weird move.
It is.
And without it, the b pawn is completely unstoppable. Just
Go.
tempo moves. Yeah.
Right, go. Well, we know what Alex would dearly love is to promote that pawn.
I think he has it in his vision, right? This knight a1, just because it's one of the
Yes.
squares you land in front of the pawn.
That's
You're
right.
thinking about how do I get there? I get there from d4 as of right now, but if
Right.
I play d4,
I
then
occupy
obviously
the square.
Don't have that anymore. So if he does go for d4, I'm sure he will follow it up with knight a1.
Mm-hmm.
But d4 is not an easy decision either.
No.
And
He goes queen
doesn't
e1.
do it. Queen e1.
What's the plan after bishop f8? I wonder if there's difference between queen d2, queen e1.
Is there? No. If you go queen c5, I'd have to move the knight, right?
Actually, yeah. Now queen c5 comes with a tempo.
But I always like the move bishop f8. Now the difference here,
Some
I think
e6
it was,
ideas.
There's no more knight a1. You go
No.
d4, b4, we exchange, knight a1, b3. The
Yeah.
queen is not on d1 anymore.
But there's some ideas. Oh, you're going to go queen takes
Queen
e6.
e6 is there.
Oh,
Well, you can trade for e pawn for a pawn, but
I want to make a draw.
Okay.
Can we make a draw? Yes.
Okay.
queen c6 instead of queen c5.
Oh no, this cannot be good. Knight d4,
It's a long
e6.
knight d4 with a
Wait
tempo.
a minute.
And
Knight
immediately,
d4.
no bishop f8 now.
Oh, apologies. He
Queen
played queen
c6.
c6. Oh no.
This is a surprising
Knight,
move.
knight d4.
And e6 immediately.
I mean, Cristian, you mentioned
I wanted to go this
Yeah,
e6 for
it's a long,
time.
long time, and it looks like you're going to get your wish.
I'm trying to blow the position open in front of your king.
Exactly.
Queen e1 completely paid off.
Yeah, that was a dividend-paying move. That is absolutely true. My
Okay,
goodness.
queen c5, do you still go e6? Oh yeah, you can. I can take on d4.
E7. Yes, I do. Oh my goodness. So to catch up our audience, the idea is e6, bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes.
You don't have to even do that, right?
And I go e7.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to
Because of
take.
bishop f2 or what?
Yes, and e7 is hanging.
Mm-hmm.
That's a curse. You reach for the pawn on e7 and you overlook bishop f2, followed by queen e7. Oh boy.
Well, Akopian's giving me a good chance now.
It's looking like Vladimir, he has the, and if you play queen d5, I'm a pawn grabber. I'll eat that pawn, you'll eat that pawn, and I'll eat that pawn. And I got two more than you do.
Two extra pawns, yeah.
That should be enough. So this move, knight d4, has just rocked Fishbein.
Queen c5 was so much better than queen c6.
Losing tempi.
It's the world of difference.
Agreed. And
Can he try queen c3?
queen
You'll still be down.
c3.
Oh, I'm down 2 pawns after knight b5. I thought it was just 1, but now still 2.
Still 2. You take. No. Wait. It is
Are
1.
you getting
right?
1? Oh, you're getting e5.
Yeah, you are trading.
Maybe this is his best chance. Maybe that bishop will be enough compensation for the pawn.
I'd be worried that the knight's a little bit off sides. I'd have to
sure.
move like d4. That
No, he's gone
he
for it
has
though.
played queen c3. Maybe he just.
He was afraid of e6 for a
yeah.
good reason.
For really, really good reasons.
By the way, can I get a bit ambitious?
Yes, with queen e4.
With queen e4.
Yeah,
But knight c5, I don't know.
Well,
it feels like I'm giving too much.
You're not so worried about queen takes e3.
No, not so much about
but
that.
the line that Nazi was just
this knight takes d5 is just
this is an extra pawn.
such a beautiful position.
And at the
Everything
end of
you
the
want.
day, that bishop is supposed to be on e5. At the end of the day,
d4, right?
Look, everything is protected. I go king f1, king e2, king d3. I bring my king very quickly to the center. Look, it's going to be such a difficult defense, right, for black.
No joy in Mudville.
No.
Knight takes b5.
Well, Akopian's looking very good.
Yeah.
And if he wins,
He
becomes
wins
the champion.
in a national championship. If he draws, it's Alex Fishbein who is the champion. But Vladimir is a pawn up at the moment, and it looks to our eyes like he can go to an endgame without queens, a minor piece endgame where it's really
Oh, he's gone queen e4.
queen e4.
Wait a minute.
All his advantage is gone.
Knight c5.
Queen e4.
Can we go knight c5 now?
Okay.
Knight c5.
He must be looking.
Let's check on the last rank.
Let's give a
H7. Yeah, Knight c5 on board.
Or maybe
King f7.
Queen a7.
I think he just missed Knight c5, to be honest.
I don't think you missed Knight c5,
no,
but
I mean, in your mind's eye, you're getting your queen to f7, so you're excited about the prospects of a checkmate.
White's king is also not that safe. Maybe Knight d3.
So you're
or
thinking
Queen
some
c1?
issues of check and
Oh,
check.
yeah.
You know, get one of those nice setups. Sorry, you were about. I think I interrupted you. Knight d3.
No, yeah, I was looking at Knight d3 and maybe get into f2 pawn right away.
Okay, so let's have a look-see. Because you're right, you're mauling my f2
Do
pawn.
I have Knight e5? No, because then I give up g6.
But you do have this check in Knight f2 business, what you were just about.
I was worried about Knight e6. It needs to be calculated.
Knight.
If I don't have perpetual, then I'm lost.
Who's mating who first?
Wait, check.
That's a check.
Knight e4.
Check.
King f4.
Nice follow-up.
A good king.
I think white should be good here, right?
Yeah, I do too.
We do have Queen d5 instead of Queen a8 check.
Okay, queen to d5.
Can we just go b4 now? Simple chess. Simple chess.
Well, you've protected against e6 more or less.
Yeah, knight is
You don't have
helping.
to worry about that anymore. So now it makes sense to go b4. Yeah, let's go for it.
We can take on a3, but I feel like that's too greedy. Let's go
Okay,
b4.
just a second. Hold on. I'm still trying to understand. So Vladimir
White's
did
threat?
not play check because he wanted to play e6?
Maybe he wants to go Queen d8, Knight c6, and put the knight on e7.
Let's have a look.
Check
I
mate.
understand. There's a checkmate on g8 coming up.
Maybe
How are
that's
we-
his idea.
How are we going to construct that checkmate?
Start with the check, Knight c6.
And the idea is if it's my turn, knight g8 and queen g8 mate. There is, however, knight e6 is a potential
That honestly
defense. Queen e8.
immediately makes things much harder for black. We do have b4 and trades.
Whoa. I'm just going to refresh my board. Apologies. I'm not sure. Why wouldn't you include the check on a8, though?
It's very strange.
It's very strange. Clock times? I'm sorry. I know
6 minutes. Both of them have 6 minutes.
Okay. I also have another funny move for you. I have knight e5.
Queen c1.
King h2.
I can just put the knight on e6 and not worry about it.
Right.
My king side feels safer.
I was going to put the knight on d6 and,
Yeah,
scare you.
that's right.
Scare you, but you weren't scared. No. I'm assuming Vladimir, for whatever reasons, wanted to
But
play
then we
e6.
trade the knights, and you only have one knight against my very good bishop on g7.
Agreed.
And the b pawn's unstoppable too. We're not even talking about a draw.
No.
Black is going to be playing for a win.
Okay. Oh dear.
What can he try?
Okay. A moment ago, you gave me the
An
germ
idea, right?
of an idea. The idea is to go knight e7 check.
I'm going to go knight e6 to not allow you play queen d8. Oh, but you do have queen a8.
Correct.
Okay, I'm walking into a mate.
Guys, we're starting to see
It's not true.
the tide shifting right now. Akopian
true.
falling behind on the clock.
You
1 minute.
still have this as a good defense.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other knight on f3 is not participating at all.
Right.
With the b pawn, it just feels easier to
It was
play black
wrong.
right now.
The move queen d5 is simply
Well, to be
wrong
honest,
move.
everything stems from the fact that why wouldn't you take on b5 and go into the queen endgame?
Of course.
Go into the queen endgame, extra pawn.
The minor
active
piece.
king,
Yeah, the minor piece.
pieces.
and
That was
the-
an easy practical decision at that point. You know,
absolutely.
queen
agree.
e4, you have to calculate whether you mate, who mates first. Like, why would you give those
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
opportunities to your opponent?
I think he underestimated his chances in that endgame.
Yeah,
Maybe he thought black's bishop was too good, but after d4, you notice bishop has nowhere to go. It has to go back.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the king comes in the center, knight on
So
a4 is out.
we think Vladimir Akopian missed a golden opportunity, and now we think that with the draw odd situation, it shifted. The advantage in the match has shifted to Alex Fishbein,
And Alex only needs a draw.
and we're looking at queen check followed probably by b3, right? And then
I was going to play knight e6 just to be safe, but queen c1 check and then
queen
knight e6.
c1 check, king h2. Sorry, if you don't mind, just for a moment. b3, I agree. Knight d6.
Maybe I'll start with queen d8 check.
Sorry, what will you start with?
Queen d8.
Pause, pause, pause. What is the idea? Don't forget, I have queen f4.
Yeah.
That's a girl. it's celebration time. I mean, wait. Okay, hold on. So this is the current situation. We're asking the salient. Jump in, Cristian. We're asking the salient question. Queen c1.
Yes.
Nazi loves knight e6. Says I'm super solid. I'm not taking any risk. I'm looking at b3, saying you better find a perpetual.
I like it. Let's go for it.
Knight d6?
Queen f...
Knight d6. Now, I would love to play knight d6.
But I'm dropping the pawn.
Counterplay, but I'm dropping
Are you
the pawn.
though? Queen f4, you have perpetual.
Yes.
And you're happy with the draw?
I have a perpetual
Do I
like
have
this.
the perpetual?
Yes, you do.
Why?
Bishop check.
Bishop check. Oh, that's
Knight
nice.
takes,
That's
queen
nice.
f4 check, king h1, queen c1 check.
That's
no, I'm not taking your knight. No,
Yeah.
I'm not taking your knight.
That
That's
is
the
a nice
perpetual.
draw.
That's a good trick that you have in
Bishop
the books.
e5, yeah.
Bishop takes e5.
So
Because if you started with queen f4, I go king h1 and knight g1. I drop and I
he has
cover the
played
king.
knight
e6
e6
first.
But
first.
if we see knight d6, he should calculate b3 and go for it.
Correct.
It forces a draw, I think.
Yes.
By the way,
So,
alert.
Yep.
You go queen b3 to stop me. Bishop takes e5.
Check.
Yep.
That's the trick right now.
Right. It's really gross.
Fishbein is eyeing that trick. Let's
But
see.
I would play d4 just because I've seen the trick.
You've seen
I
the
have
trick.
seen the magic moment.
Are you not worried about knight f4?
I'm worried about everything. Knight f4 and queen g1, queen f1. That is nasty.
He's played knight d6.
Knight
now.
d6 and now b3. We
Very
think
strong.
b3 right now, and that's it.
Huge
That's-
moment right now.
That's
b3
Forces
more or
a
less
draw.
finishes, I guess.
wins the match
There's
for
nothing to be done
Alex
after b3.
Fishbein.
b3, you force queen takes b3, otherwise my pawn promotes. You don't get to give the checkmate, especially not with the knight on e6. You have to take on b3, and bishop takes e5. This is the key to the whole position.
He's
He plays
played
it, he finds it, b3.
And
a
he's
shocker
got- he's
for
got the
Akopian. He's like,
perpetual.
whoa, wait a minute. You're
He-
giving me that pawn? Thank you very much, I'll take it.
And this is the perpetual he needs to clinch victory.
Alex is few moves away from drawing this game and winning the tournament.
That's
well,
it. He found it.
He had the most number of wins in the tournament. He won 4 games when many players, Joel Benjamin was telling us how hard it is to win one game. Joel won one, but he also lost one to Alex.
Even
Fishbein.
against Joel in the last classical
last round, he had to
Joel
win.
had opportunities to make a draw.
Yeah. And
He did not spot
Fishbein-
them. Alex put the pressure on him and he got that decisive victory.
Exactly.
Came from behind to make it into the tie breaks. All the
Impressive.
results that he needed happened
Yeah.
in the last round. And now he's
Impressive.
making the best of his opportunities.
There's
Wow.
nothing else for Akopian. He has to take the pawn.
Yeah.
This might be over, guys. This might be over. There's no way to continue, in fact. The only other way is to go knight c4 and give your knight for the b2 pawn. Thank you very much. On the next rook.
No compensation.
Yeah, no.
You're losing that.
Exactly.
I was looking at knight f7, but he just played queen f4 still.
Queen f4 check.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's trying to complicate things, but no. nothing
Might be
exists.
just the best way to have at least 3 pawns.
Yeah.
Knight f7, queen f4, and then take on b3 after you take the piece.
That-
But
Might be.
Yeah, but f3 is hanging
sorry,
too.
king takes f7. Like can
Queen
we-
There is
e7.
queen check.
That's fine. King f8.
It's probably only a draw.
You take on e6, I go b2. That's it.
He's played queen b3, the moment of truth. Bishop takes e5, clinches a perpetual check.
Do we have a way to see the board that we're seeing right now and his next move? Because bishop takes
Got
e5.
it.
He's on
Got
the
it.
board.
He did
He
it.
played it.
There you have it.
Knight takes e5, queen f4. He knows
He knows he's got the perpetual check in
He's
the pocket.
the national champion right now.
And he did not even
No.
didn't even think about playing queen takes
No.
e5.
it.
Congratulations,
this.
Alex Fishbein.
He cannot contain his nerves right now.
As you
He knows
are
it.
the
Wow.
national champion. Wow. Well done. Well done.
What a story. What a story.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations to Alexander Fishbein for winning the playoffs. I think we will still see another match for second and third place.
Yes, there will be.
No. This is
No
the
match?
last game. This is the last game. The third
Yeah.
game of the round. Akopian takes silver because he scores 1 point, and Shabalov takes bronze because he scored half a point.
Yes.
In this whole matchup.
You frightened me there with your, and we only have 6 more blitz matches
It's because
to go.
in my head Akopian lost
Right.
this game, and I thought it was even.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a
And
good
they're
point. If we
lucky.
would have seen a loss,
Yeah.
then we would go into the blitz.
Again, just to remind our viewers, what a road for Alexander Fishbein this has been, because he had to
He
win on
started with a
demand.
loss.
Guys, but-
First game.
Yeah.
the
It
It
tournament,
just
he
felt like
lost.
it's his tournament. He was coming to the show. He was
was so
super
ebullient.
jovial, you
Yeah,
know. He
yeah.
really enjoyed playing chess, and even you could see it in the first game. He was right next to them watching the game as it was happening. He could have
Right.
been anywhere else preparing. No, he just wanted to see the game. He wanted it more, and he is the 2025 U.S. Senior Champion. Congratulations to Alex Fishbein.
It's really nice. And a little extra attitude
Winner's bonus.
is already
yes, extra 5,000.
impressive prize that he had.
Very nice, and he gains a lot of rating points. It's a fantastic tournament for him.
I mean, you know, you ask him about the U.S. Championship and the prize money. That's all good. And he says, "But did I beat Shabalov on my path
Honestly,
to victory?"
He's probably happiest about that. Still,
Exactly.
they're still analyzing this game,
Yeah.
discussing where Akopian might have had some chances.
And when we get a chance, we'll talk to our champion.
Because it was
when-
such a fun game to analyze.
Yeah.
Right? Like, especially given the dynamics of the result, right?
Right.
They both knew exactly what they needed to do. They didn't want, well, one of them did not want to draw. The other one really loved the draw. And
Yeah.
in these playoffs, Fishbein was the lowest rated player.
We saw that statistically.
He just won it.
He only had
Convincingly, I
12%
might add.
chance.
Yeah, I mean, he was the clear underdog against these two. And by the way, that first game that Shabalov
You need some luck. Look,
played
you need a
against
little bit of luck.
Vladimir, it was probably one of the best games we've called, because
Right.
Shabalov played it perfectly right until he had the winning position.
Also
and then-
against Fishbein.
Yeah.
Also against Fishbein. I mean, Shabalov could have clinched
Easily.
this
2-0.
easily.
Incredible. Well, let's
And,
take a look at the final standings in the senior section. Well, as you saw, Alex Fishbein won the event, takes home $23,000. Sharing second, Vladimir Akopian and Alex Shabalov. But I think in tie breaks, Akopian is second and Alex is third.
Yes.
Let's
And-
remind everyone who won in the junior girls.
Let's do it.
It was Zoey Tang, who won convincingly. In second, it was Megan Paragua. In third, Rachel Lee.
Congratulations to all those players. You thrilled us with your games.
And in the juniors, Andy Woodward had a fantastic performance, and he went into the last round with a full point.
Yeah. I'm looking at, for me, Kurt Gazarian, he got the short end of the stick
did,
in this one. I got to tell you something. He was playing a great tournament until that penultimate
Just
round.
one loss.
Really
him
knocked
everything.
him, knocked him off course.
And the results in the final round did not help either. Both Brewington and Abimani won their
Right.
respective games and
Yeah.
leapfrogged him. So
Exactly.
Kirk
quite
was playing
unfortunate.
Andy in the last round. Yeah.
With
But still,
Yeah.
great event for Kirk as well.
Exactly. And then again, the standings. We do have the U.S. Senior Champion, Alexander Fishbein, who has been analyzing with his opponent at the tournament. And
he still is. And finally, I think we're going to have him come
Right.
up to our studio and talk to us a little bit about this incredible achievement.
These tiebreakers, I mean, I had them from the nervousness of the World Cup, those big knockout tournaments where you make 2 draws with the classical pieces, and then you play the rapids, and then you play the blitz. Those were, those were nerve-wracking affairs.
look, you're playing for
Yeah.
national championships.
Right.
You're going to have to learn and to know and to have the experience of how to deal with nerves. That's just the way it is. Whenever you're playing for something so many people want these national championships, right? And they do a lot of preparation. They play a lot of games. They come up with a lot of new ideas. You need something to differentiate yourself from the pack. In this tournament, it feels like Fishbein just wanted it more. Like he came here with very good positive energy, and he just wanted the national championship more. Bit of a missed opportunity for Akopian to defend and be back-to-back for the first time in history, back-to-back seniors champion, but still.
History was not made, as we have the final standings one more time, and a very happy man, Alex Fishbein, is going to be
winning the playoffs in the
grilled.
rapid section. We're going to ask him some questions in a minute.
Hard to believe I'm here.
Welcome. Well, you've been a frequent guest these last few days, Alex. How do you feel? Don't tell me you feel bad for your opponents.
I feel really good because, I've had a long chess career.
Sure.
I'm 57 years old. Most of my life I've not played professionally. Right. And I always thought about when I was 24 years old, right? I became a grandmaster.
Right.
About average, like the average age.
Right.
Like some of these guys
at that time,
now it's like 60. Now if you become a GM at 24, you're hopeless, right?
Right.
I was a decent. I never actually. It's amazing. I won the U.S. Senior. I've never won the U.S. Junior. I'm the only player in this tournament I think was played in the U.S. Junior
who didn't
and never won it. I took second place twice.
Oh my!
It was close, right? And but then I went to work on Wall Street.
Sure.
And as luck would have it, like the last couple of years after COVID, we moved to Tennessee, and then I continued to work remotely from Tennessee.
Right.
Right. And then they started changing rules, and you couldn't work remotely anymore. So I had
Early
to leave.
retirement.
I had to leave. I'm not retired, but I may come back. Probably
Okay.
will come back at some point to finance. But I had to, I couldn't work that job anymore.
Right.
And I kind of decided, I haven't really focused on chess
Given myself a chance.
This might be my last time.
Right.
And I spent, the last few months, I always worked in chess, just to be clear.
Right.
Even when I worked in chess very hard.
Awesome.
And I have my own training programs, which I can share if you want.
Right.
But I thought, if I really focus, sometimes results don't happen immediately, but I knew that this tournament was coming because I had already qualified for this tournament.
Right.
And I really thought that I could win it. I felt like I was better than these guys because, I play in these opens.
Mm-hmm.
And in these opens, I play better than these guys. Mm-hmm. And I felt that, one game a day, I just, I work very hard in chess. I may not be as talented as some of these guys, but I have other compensating factors, I thought.
Qualities, yeah.
And I thought I'd have a chance. The only problem was, of course, with Vladimir Akopian.
Yeah.
He is extremely good, right?
Yes.
So he's basically like a level above all of us.
Right.
So the fear was that he would just come in and wipe everybody out.
Right.
In a tournament where he doesn't come in and wipe, if he's in good form, we don't have a chance against him. He's just
congratulations.
He's just very good, right?
Right.
But if he comes in and he's not in perfect form and he's kind of like making draws, then
there's a window.
I felt I had a chance. So it's pretty amazing that I won, but I think that, at some point, at some level, it feels good that the work was rewarded.
First of all, you're absolutely right. Hard work should be rewarded. And oftentimes you don't get rewarded for all your hard work. Mm-hmm. But you did win on demand against Joel Benjamin, and that was a very big ask.
Yeah,
and
which
you
almost messed
delivered.
up at the end, but still.
But you delivered. That was.
I beat people. I actually I didn't share this with a lot of people. I did a little bit of quick math before the tournament. What was my score against these guys?
Going in some horribly minus score.
In the back. And it's hard, some of these games were before I became Grandmaster.
Of course.
But I counted, and it was I won 6 games or something, and I lost 30.
Wow.
Okay, so including all the losses to Shabalov, lost a lot of games to Joel.
Right.
This is the first time I've ever beaten Gregory. I've lost 4 games maybe to him.
Right, and Shabalov as well.
It's the first time I've beaten
Shabalov.
Yeah, Benjamin I've beaten before, but rarely. He has a plus score against me.
Right.
Golden, I've many consecutive losses to him. I've never beaten Max. So all these guys, a lot of these guys, I've never actually beaten in a tournament game.
Yeah.
All of them. The ironic thing is the only person I did have a plus score. There's only one player in this tournament I had a plus score against. Even Tim Taylor, I lost to him once. I was like 2,200. But I had a plus score against Akopian. I beat him. I beat him in 1999 in the World Open.
And you lose to him.
He was at his peak. He
and
was
you
at that
lose to
moment.
him in like the first round.
He had just come back, and
oh no!
So I had a plus score. I beat him once, but I lost to him in this tournament.
Because
the first round I lost to Novikov.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Which was just, I mean, maybe I came in overconfident. I mean, I was trying to catch him in an opening, and he very, very slyly avoided my trap for him, and he played something that was objectively not very good, but I didn't know it.
Right.
But anyway, that's in the past. It worked out.
You started with half point out of 2 at that moment. Did you still think you had chances to still win this tournament?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't really thinking about winning the tournament. Pretty much at any point in the tournament. That thought came really only today, or maybe at the end of the day yesterday. I just wanted to play my best. I mean, look, even if I don't win the tournament,
right? Even
if I just score +1,
brilliant.
At some level, the work is rewarded, right?
Exactly.
You know, I have more. This is not the only tournament in my life, right? There's more tournaments.
Yeah.
This is the biggest one, but I'm playing in the.
But the prep, but the prep may play off somewhere else.
Exactly. So it's not like I'm preparing just for this tournament. Right. This is, of course, the most important one. But always in the back of my mind, if I don't do well in this one, there's others. But I have been training and coming up with some new ways of preparing.
Alex, what catapulted you to victory was your game with Alexander Shabalov.
Okay,
and
that
I'm
one
very anxious to ask
you. That one
you
was probably worse.
What
I'm sure,
was
right?
going through
I'm
your
sure
mind?
It was worse, maybe losing,
of course,
right?
Yeah, of course. Your pawn, you developed your bishop to e2. Oh, really bad. Bishop
At what
e2.
point?
Oh, we'll show you in a moment.
Okay.
Bishop on e2 and f3.
So this is okay. So the dragon.
This can't be good.
No, but this
Bishop
is a
on
book
e2 and f3. You can choose.
Oh, and f3, right?
As well.
So the thing, sometimes they play f3.
So I mean, when you play bishop e2, I just wanted to say, for me, you're playing the Nottingham variation, and the Nottingham variation literally is you want to go g4.
Yeah, no, that doesn't really.
Of course not. But I thought that was your prep
because like the Fischer-Reshevsky game, right?
Yeah, because you get here.
Oh, that.
And
No, I think I messed up the move
order.
I'm worse, right? I think I messed up the move order. I mean, one thing about the dragon is I've always played bishop e2 and like knight b the Karpov lining in the dragon. And
with
people
knight d5,
with knight b3 and bishop g5.
Okay.
And bishop e2, knight.
Right.
And people even made fun of me, like this guy always plays bishop e2 against the dragon. And Larry, by the way, Larry Christensen, beat me in a critical game of the U.S. Championship in 2000. You were playing that tournament, 2002, I think.
Okay.
We were tied like for first or something like that at that moment, and it was like on board 1. And he played the dragon, which he'd never played before.
Because he knew you were going to play bishop e2.
So for this tournament, I was ready. I actually expected Larry to play the dragon against me. So I had this thing prepared. But unfortunately, it doesn't, I've never played it before. This is the bishop e2, bishop e3, Kviessel's queenside is a new trend.
Okay.
Right? It's been played. It was actually played. There's a game between Arigaisi as black and I think maybe Hare Krishna or somebody, or I forget, with white in a recent game, like at Tata Steel, right?
Okay.
Where the guy played d5 and bishop f3. And so there's some recent things. And I was just cramming the theory.
Yeah.
I was just trying to memorize it, and I'm sure I forgot my theory.
Because we didn't like.
I think that they're not supposed to do bishop d7, rook c8. That's supposed to be too slow. So maybe I'm supposed to play bishop h6 immediately.
G4
maybe.
instead of h4. That
G4
makes a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure I messed up the moves, and I got a bad
Here,
position,
G4
and
is
I was
very
like
good.
kicking myself. But you just have to continue playing.
Okay. So now at this point, we figured that what you're trying to do is equalize the game.
Oh yeah, I was just hoping to get out of there
helping
alive,
to get out of it.
Yeah.
And it all went wrong, and it has.
But
gone
c4 was a
wrong.
good move, right?
Yeah, you've been doing your best, but unfortunately.
What's the eval here?
Oh, it's bad. You're really bad.
Was it more than -3 or?
-2.
Well, here after rook d4, bishop f3.
Bishop f3.
Yeah, I was
just
surprised he didn't resigns.
Oh, yeah, it's 4 versus 1, dude.
What if I play rook c7?
What?
Rook c4 takes and rook c7 is his plan.
Okay.
The king f8 maybe?
Knight c5, knight e8 or something.
I mean, aren't you just like...
He can play G5 sacrifice a pawn sometimes.
Yeah.
I felt pretty bad about that. I was very surprised that he didn't do that.
We were stunned.
Yeah.
We were stunned.
Because he still had time.
And
I think everybody's tired at the end of the tournament. You have to take that into account.
Of course.
Now I thought I was okay.
Even here, it's pleasant for black.
Well, I did the right thing by repeating.
Oh, you
We're
did
not
everything
supposed to
right.
play for a win, right?
Yeah, and probably here something went wrong for black.
Well, he started going with
should
his
repeat.
king, and he
There's
should probably,
nothing
by now, he's probably should just repeat.
Yep.
I thought he would repeat at this
Exactly.
point.
Exactly. But when did you think, because this was the game that brought you ultimately victory, when did you think, we thought King D4, the tide had turned. Did you have that feeling in your mind at this moment?
I don't think I'm thinking in terms of the outcome of the game. I'm just trying to play moves.
Right. And
I mean,
especially after King
first of all,
G4.
I'm playing, even after the previous game, he is still a very difficult opponent for me.
Of course.
So
For
I was just playing moves. I mean, now I felt like I at least won't lose.
Right.
And now I was very surprised that he was allowing all this. Was Rook D6 good or?
So actually, 95 is a bad move, and now here.
Am I worse again or what?
No. It's equal.
Yeah.
King E3 was winning. So here after King F5.
Okay. King E3, you have this very fun, it's an unusual pattern for a checkmating pattern, right? Knight H6.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, it's
that
unusual.
would have been good.
That would have been very
Yeah,
good.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay,
yeah,
but I can be forgiven.
But it was King E3 was a winning mode.
Yeah,
and
okay,
then
but so what's wrong with 95 exactly?
King F5.
Yeah, at first I was going to take in C6, but I think his pawns are too fast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I lose there? Or?
No, it's a draw.
Draw, right? Yeah.
But
95.
Rook D6, right?
95 and H4 was also
Yeah,
a draw.
I was expecting 95 and H4. I didn't understand why you didn't do that.
H4, you can give Rook F6 check to King.
And then King
kick the
G5,
king
and
out.
then can
Rook
I
F8.
play Rook F8? Yeah, to stop
Somehow
his pawn.
this is still triple zeros.
Yeah, I was not surprised. Yeah, I was expecting that.
Exactly.
I was very surprised.
In the game, however, once you got this position...
Now I thought it was just winning.
And
I mean, the king just stops the pawns.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's there to do?
And suddenly you were you had draw odds.
Yeah. Well, he was probably psychologically hurt by the fact that he knew that he was better or winning earlier.
Right.
And now he's has to play for a draw, and it's very difficult to do that.
I noticed that during the first game that was played in the tie breaks, you were
that
in the
thing.
No, hold on. That you were in the tournament hall and
Yeah.
you were watching Shabalov.
Well, the reason I was in the tournament
that was a great game by
fantastic game,
wasn't it?
He could have just moved his king at the end, right? King
Yeah,
G2
of course.
right? Yeah.
And win the game.
Yeah, it was those complications in the middle game. He navigated them so brilliantly. Bishop B5, Queen
Agreed.
A4. I was looking, and it's like
this is a really good game.
Yeah, I was like, what a game! What a fantastic game! Yeah.
Right. I wanted to get your feedback
no,
on that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I because I saw some of those when I was watching. I saw some of those tactics, and I saw them after he played them for the most part.
Yeah, we had the same thing.
Yeah, but I guess he was probably. Look, everybody's tired.
Sure.
It's interesting that the 3 players who are in the playoff are the 3 youngest players in the tournament. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that
at the very end, yeah.
Right. I think that at this age, youth actually matters more.
Yeah.
Like 5 years probably matters a lot, because these guys like Joel, he was in good form, but he just got tired at the end.
Exactly. Alex, I'm going to ask you one final question. I'm going to let you enjoy your trophy in peace. Your first call. You're going to leave here. You're going to take your trophy with you. And who's your first call to?
Probably my dad.
I won.
Or my mom.
I won.
One of those two.
I won. Alex Fishbein.
I mean,
thank you.
Yeah. He's been. It's not going to take much because my phone is going to be basically. They're going to have these messages. And I don't know what the delay here was, but they probably already know, right?
Right.
So.
Right.
Huge congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you very
this
much.
is your trophy.
All right.
Well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank you,
once again, let's take a look at our final standings as we have our third champion.
Alexander Fishbein takes 2025 U.S. Senior Championship. And let's take a look at the upcoming events.
My goodness, do we have a summer of chess in store for yourselves?
Right, we have less than a 2-week break, and then we start St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, followed by Sinquefield Cup. After that, the top 4 will go to Grand Chess Tour Finals in Brazil. Then we're back in St. Louis for Chess 9LX and US Chess Championships.
Wow.
Packed
We've got a
schedule.
packed schedule. And you're going to be playing in the U.S. Championships.
I'm involved in all of them.
In one way or another.
Yeah.
You get the final word of a very nice, eventful tiebreak.
Not only the tie breaks, and I think it's time to sum up all the competitions and the past couple of weeks here in St. Louis. I have to say, again, I'm very impressed with all the participants. Even Lori Q, let's not forget about that. She started
What a
0 out of
Cinderella
6
story.
and then defeated three very strong players
In a
back to
row.
back. So that was just an incredible. Everybody came here to play. They showed their best stuff. They prepared so well, which means they respect this tournament. And this is something that we like to see here in St. Louis as well. And what I do like to see next year here in St. Louis is you, Yasser, downstairs, or maybe who knows where we're going to play, probably in the new
Alex
studio. in the new-
Fishbein. Everybody's tired. It's hard work in the tournament hall.
Look, what we know will happen is the prices are probably going to increase.
No.
And then you're starting to think about it, Yasser. I have a feeling you're going to be joining
Hey,
the fray.
I'd need some training. You guys have to devote.
I'll train
You'd have to devote.
Christian's ready.
You'd have to devote
Yasser,
a
you
month.
come to Columbia, you come to
You'd have to
Mizzou,
do-
we'll put you in that college program, and then we'll get you in.
And our predictions. How good were you? Well,
You and
congratulations.
Bar, congrats.
It started off
Bar,
well,
very,
but
very, very wise man. That-
tough.
Oh my goodness! Who could have
choices.
imagined? Yeah, good choices.
Good one here,
choices.
good one.
And was I a Nostradamus of the chess world?
No.
I was close.
Very close.
I was
close. You got
close.
close.
I was close. You were close. Untying me. Nobody had Fishbein.
Nobody took Fishbein.
All right. Cristian.
It's a pleasure working with you both.
Absolutely.
As always.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing your day with us. Tell your friends where you hang out. We'll see you all for these upcoming tournaments. Bye
Thank you
from
so
St.
much.
Louis.
We'll see you all in August.
Yes.
This has been a presentation of the St. Louis Chess Club. Any reproduction or distribution of this content without the express written consent of the St. Louis Chess Club is prohibited.